Hey, everybody, it's Drew with the Drinking with Drew show. We are live. It's November 12th, 2024, if you're counting. Tonight, we have a good show coming up. We have a new artist in the house from Phonomatrix. Christine is going to join us along with Will James. And he's kind of playing double duty tonight because he's also in Phonomatrix. And he's in Must Not Kill. And we have Brad Mader of Must Not Kill in the studio as well. So we'll see who Will bends over to tonight. Will it be Brad Mader or Christine? It'll actually be Simon. So we have Lusty Laura as well. She'll be handling the cameras. And we have a special beer tonight. We're going to do Brad's anti-favorite, a chocolate stout. So stay tuned. It's the Drinking with Drew show. My name's Drew, and I'm drinking. And now, from the CapsFlorida.com studios in Riverview, Florida, it's the Drinking with Drew show.
Plumber's butt crack looks like boobs.
All right, we are officially back. Let's do our official introductions. So first off, let's go with our new guest, Christine of Phonomatrix. What's going on, Christine? Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Now, did Will prepare you at all for our podcast? Did he give you the ins and outs and scare you a little bit?
A little bit, but I kind of wanted to be surprised. So,
Okay, well,
yeah.
Surprise. Will James.
Hey.
Will James.
There we go.
Is on our inlawwetrust.com cam. Thank you to our sponsor, Johnny DiGirolamo, inlawwetrust.com, our new sponsor of the show. Thank you very much. If you are going through a divorce, visit inlawwetrust.com. He specializes in men's divorce. There you go.
All right.
So what's up, Will? So how are you doing this tonight? You're going to play double duty.
That's right. I'm going to have two members of two of my bands fight over who loves me more.
Okay.
And we're going to see how that turns out, I guess.
Okay.
Is it going to turn into a wrestling match? I'll ref it.
I hope not, but, I can't control it.
Take them.
Right. Hey, Will, you're loved. Brad Mader, what's going on?
Hi.
Brad is the guitarist and founder of Must Not Kill,
I am.
Tampa's metal band from
Yes, I am.
long
Tampa's
ago.
only metal band. That's
Tampa's
right.
metal band. We only
The
have
one and
This is
only.
true.
So we're going to have Nick call in. He's the promoter of Swarm Fest that's coming up at the Brass Mug. He's going to call in shortly, and we're going to get the lowdown on that. And like I said, we've got a new beer coming in. So Phonomatrix, give me what's the socials on that? Pimp out what you're going on right now.
There's Instagram, Phonomatrix PH. It's spelled with a PH.
PH.
It's important we know that. Facebook, we have a YouTube channel, and ideally, we'll have some original music coming out soon. I'm hoping next few months. So
Okay.
Nice.
Who's responsible for that?
well.
Did you say well or will?
Well.
Well,
The writing of the songs is not the problem. We're very prolific. It's getting them recorded. I guess that's the next step
Okay.
we need. So
That's always the fun part.
Mhm.
So Will brought his guitar tonight. Are you guys doing something? You going to serenade me or?
Yeah, we would love to. I'd love to sing a few songs.
Show a different side of Will.
I don't really sing, actually. It's Christine's job. But I do backup vocals here and there. If we can figure out the cable situation, we'd love to, man.
I'm sure we can work something out. I think I'm technologically advanced at this point, Will. I'm not sure, but
I mean, I know how to plug cables into slots, man. So I got it.
okay.
I, on the other hand, will not be doing any serenading. At all.
You get serenaded by Simon.
Yeah, he deserves
It's true.
Yeah. That's his job.
He's well alert right now.
Mm-hmm.
You should have a Simon Cam 20 on
Well-
this show.
This cam technically is supposed to be showing the studio area, but it's been fucking up lately. So,
Stupid cords.
yeah. Which is why we got the inlawwetrust.com camera, because camera broke. Yeah.
Camera problems, no more.
Yeah. So we've got a couple more. So we got a new camera over there. Will is pimping it out tonight. Brad, you still have the main cam, of course. Keep that shiny on you.
Yes.
But more cameras always help. And I actually have to take one of these cameras to work with me tomorrow. So I have to use it for work. So
No kidding.
I'm stealing a studio cam for work. Yeah.
Leasing it out.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask more, but I feel like in your field of work, that might be problematic to question.
It's my baby mommy's not doing things right with the kid case.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, I gotta see what's going on with that. Yeah. Good times.
Mm-hmm.
So what have you been up to, Lusty Laura?
Work.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Today sucked, actually. Today
Yeah.
was crazy busy all day
It
long.
was.
I don't know what happened.
It was a Monday, Tuesday because of the holiday.
Yeah, that's probably it. Because yesterday, I started day drinking at like 12 o'clock.
You did. You had a good Monday yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I met Casey down at Channelside and we started day drinking, and we were probably down there for 3 hours. And then we met Laura at Cathedral Cigars and had some drinks. And then I went back to Glory Holes and had more beers. So, yeah, it was
And then I left him there.
Yeah, she left me there.
And then he drank more, and then I came and picked it back up.
Yep.
Salute your troops.
It was a
How you do
long,
it.
day.
Long day.
I paid for it today, heavily.
I worked on Monday and I
Me
had
too.
dinner and I went to sleep.
Did you work at home?
No.
Oh, wow.
Today I did.
No. You go into the office how often? When I say the office, you go into the warehouse.
Yeah, like 2-3 times a week.
Mm.
Depending.
Do they call it the office there? Do they call it the warehouse?
I have an office, so
You have an office. Did we
Well-
see your office?
it's technically in the warehouse, but I have a cool desk.
I
you
don't think
do.
we saw your
Space.
Did we see
No?
your desk? I don't. There was one place we couldn't go into for some reason, and it was like an officey area, but we stayed outside. I'm
Oh,
not
that-
sure why.
Well, that's a lot of nuclear stuff. You don't want to get into that.
Probably.
I mean, it's people come out of there glowing. It's
Yeah. Well, I know there was the paint booth that you shoot us away from a little bit, and then we were able to go back
'cause
later.
They had some prototypes.
Oh,
Mm.
top secret.
I actually saw Andy from the guitar department. He posted a left-handed 7-string split. It's the SG top with the
Yeah.
ML bottom.
It's a
Dude.
split tail.
Yeah, the split tail. Oh my God, bro. What a beautiful guitar that was.
Yeah, it's a beast.
Well,
Yeah.
Jason restringed my V, so anybody wants to play a freshly
V.
stringed guitar tonight?
String,
Strang.
He strung it up.
possibly.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe a little serenade. Maybe I'll go back on my word.
Possibly.
All right.
Twist my arm. So yeah, man, I think I got the bugs worked out. Will was asking me earlier if I got my bugs worked out, and I think so. We're talking about the issue with gain, and Kyle was in the comments a couple weeks ago, and he was saying that everybody was too gainy. And we were talking about, me and Will were talking about the differences in people's voices, because you have a very deep voice, Brad, but sometimes you also talk low.
No.
Yes. So
I thought gaining, but I am working on it.
yeah. And Will has it's not crazy low. I don't think it's like a Jason low, but he's loud.
If I wanted to, I could get
Oh,
down
you
here.
could
But
do that.
the problem with that is it takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I don't think it sounds aesthetically pleasing.
Jason will.
You sound like Jason if he was like 16.
If I was immature and I didn't have the muscle mass and I was just a kid.
I just started working out. I'm 15 years old.
Right.
I'm on some kind of growth hormone right now. I'm not sure how this is going to go.
You may need to turn Christine's up, though, because Lisa said in the comments that she is low. She can't
Well,
hear her
she
well.
can pull that microphone up closer.
Yeah.
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 Perfect.
I was
Or you
trying
can
to
just tune her up.
I was trying to hit at you before, but I can't.
Yeah. It's fine. We'll work it out. But yeah,
As long as it's not gainy.
it can't be gainy. Well, I fucked up because what happened was, what had happened
What
was,
had happened?
Tell
was-
us.
I think
Tell
I was
us,
trying
Drew.
to turn people up and I accidentally turned their gain up instead of their volume. So
Oh.
yeah, that's what I fucked up. So
Fail.
I'll keep talking
Hey.
low.
yeah, you can. But 90% of the time when I go to edit the show, I've got to bring it down, like way down, because it sounds good here and I have good levels here. But for some reason, when it records in the track, it's always louder than what it sounds here. So
I was probably towards the end of the night when we got about
That- well,
half in the bag. We're all yelling.
it's true.
True.
How it ends up
Very
Especially
going.
the show with Preston and
Oh,
Tom.
man.
Oh, Jesus.
Preston and Tom are always shouting. And it's like,
I got to look back and watch that. I haven't-
oh man, it was a funny show.
It's
Yeah.
a good one. And Preston totally glossed over that little clip you took of him where Tom says he's going to start the next World War and all that good stuff. He's like, yeah, those two are. We got to get them two in a room together on the pod. 'Cause
Right.
that'll just be,
Whoa.
when worlds collide. Am I
Let me
right?
tell
Yeah.
you, Will.
Right.
I'm doomed.
It's Tommyism.
Right.
It's been emotional. And I'm
It's been
doomed.
emotional. I'm going to fall in
Yeah.
the ditch now.
Well, there's one video of Tom that's being suppressed by YouTube. One
Is
of your
that
shorts.
right?
Yeah.
Which one and why?
The,
oh my God.
Well,
The
Is that the one he's
It's a
drinking
clip.
the beer? And he,
yeah, he's like, you know? Yeah.
Censorship,
That one.
man.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
I love that guy.
literally
Oh
we
my
get
God.
like anywhere from like probably like around like 400 to 500 views per short. This one has like 4.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah. And you can tell when they're suppressing shit because I can post anything and usually get 500 views. Sometimes we'll get 10,000. Even we got one of Joe riding a lawnmower that got 23,000 views. Like something stupid, right?
That tracks.
So,
Joe's like, I'm the face of this show.
right. Yeah. Ever since then, like Joe's on his high horse.
Oh, no.
Yeah. We might actually, we're going to try calling him in a little bit.
Yeah,
too.
we can't have a podcast without Joe. That is
Yeah.
like ridiculous right
Where's
now.
he at?
True.
He is
New
up-
York.
Yeah.
Oh,
Simon
New
laid
York?
out. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
up in Newark.
So he'll be gone for 3 weeks.
Did you say New York or Newark? I always get them confused.
New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool,
He's
cool.
going to get his accent back, you know?
True story.
Yeah.
I do every time I go home.
Yeah. I mean, I had to live in West Virginia for 1 year when I was about 8 years old.
And he was kissing his cousins by the time he left.
Take me
And
home.
when we moved back to Florida, people said I had the most southern accent in the world. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Now that you
Hilarious.
say it, though, I didn't hear it before, but now that I hear that you're from there, I'm like, I could
No, I'm
kinda
from
hear it.
Tampa, but
Oh, okay.
I had to live there for a year because we were in a car accident going to West Virginia. And we were all immobilized. Like my mom broke her leg, her ribs, her wrist, her arm. Like my brother broke his pelvic bone. I actually flatlined and died. So we were all pretty fucked up.
Whoa.
So
You're back
yeah,
now.
Mm-hmm.
But you look great for
I
a
know.
ghost.
pretty scarred up.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I came back to Tampa, people thought I was a redneck.
You know what's funny about Florida, though? There's certain beach towns where you'll get like dudes talking like this and it's all duty, but a lot of Florida does have a southern twang to it. And I guess it makes sense. We are south of the deep south, but
Well,
You know.
Well, we're all transplants. So.
most
Right.
people are transplants.
Right.
People get mad at me when I say y'all, and I say it all the time.
I was literally just about to use the term y'all because my sister moved up to New York for work. And so she was born and raised in Tampa. And when she went up there and she would be teaching, the employees or whatever, and she would say the term y'all and she would hear little snickers. And so she made it her mission to get the word y'all out of her vocabulary. So she will not say it anymore because they make fun of her in New York.
yeah, some people really look down on it. They're like, it's not in the dictionary. You can't say it. Okay, man.
I like to be made fun of.
I need attention.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say all kinds of stuff.
I say it when it doesn't even need to be said. Now there's such thing as a y'all mark. Do you know what a y'all mark is? Okay, so
Y'all mark?
when I was
Like a hall?
when I was doing accident reconstruction, I would go have to reconstruct, fatality crashes and stuff like that. A yaw mark is basically when a car it's not a skid on the concrete, but it's a skid in the grass. That's called a yaw mark.
Oh, I get.
But it's spelled Y-A-W.
Why? Oh, I would have assumed because rednecks or people that are Southern in persuasion would like to do donuts in their yard or something like that.
Right.
Look at me stereotyping.
All right. We're gonna give Nick a call. See if we can get this working.
Hey, this is Nick.
What's up, Nick? It's Drew from the Drinking with Drew show. What's going on, bro?
Hey, not much, man. Just tidying up some stuff before this festival.
Cool, man. So I've got four other people besides me in the studio. Everybody can hear you, so they might pop out some questions. Got Brad Mader of Must Not Kill. I got Will James of Must Not Kill, and Laura and Christine of Phonomatrix. So tell me about the plans for Swarm Fest.
Man, it's the first year it was something I just wanted to have like a really cool show. I think I did 13 bands in one day, and I had 2 stages inside the mug. The timing worked out really well because we would ping pong back and forth between stages and stuff like that. So it gave us like 35-minute changeover times, which is very relaxed.
Right.
And everything just kind of ran like a well-oiled machine. We were able to get a lot of people on stage and off stage in a good amount of time. So, the swarms, we're the insects, the metal world, the insects of the earth. And, this is where we gather our insects. So,
so you got Nasty Savage headlining Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. I got Narcotic Wasteland with them as well.
Okay. Saturday, who's headlining that show?
Saturday, we've got Geigen, from the Chicago, area.
Okay.
Nice.
Psychedelic sci-fi metal, really killer stuff. Ex-Hate Eternal member is the founder of that. Killer stuff. Their new album just came out, I think, late October 26th, I think.
Okay.
And it's everything they've released single wise and stream wise has been pretty killer so far. So
okay. Very cool.
We've also got Nocturnus that day.
Right.
Which they're also just now, some of these songs that they're playing are first times, that anybody's ever seen them live here in Tampa. Off their newest album, they came out last year as well. Some really killer stuff there. And is also as well, my band Promethean Horde is playing in between them.
Okay.
On the small stage. And we also have new material that, so it seems like a lot of new stuff going on. For the Saturday, probably with Perdition Temple as well. I'm pretty sure all of us got some new stuff. Generic Christ is playing, Saturday as well. They haven't played probably Tampa since the last Swarm Fest, I think, that they were on, which was, I think, 2017. And, it's kind of difficult. Their singer lives in Lithuania half the year, pretty much. Wow. His wife's over there, or they're over there. They travel back and forth, but yeah.
Damn. So how many bands total?
It is actually, I originally wanted 30, then I added 2, and now it's back down to 30. So it's pretty much everything that's on the flyer minus Dead Speak at the bottom.
Okay.
I was kind of doing them a favor, just popping them on way at the end after Pessimist on Friday. Okay. And now they're I think their drummer left. So
okay.
As it goes, you can't rely on drummers.
Yeah, well, man, it's strange because no bands can find drummers who aren't already in 5 bands. So
ain't that
that's kind of how it works.
I'm in 2 right now, and they're both in studio, man. I hear that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, cool,
exactly.
Man. Tickets. How do they get tickets?
Tickets are on my clothing website, Raiment of the Dread, which I could probably fire over your podcast a link to that.
Okay.
Also, if you just go on like Instagram, Facebook, and look up the event, the ticket link is in there as well.
Okay. All right.
Yep. And that's November 22 through 24 at the Brass Mug. So should be well accessible for everybody.
What are the start times?
Friday and Saturday are going to start a little bit on the later side because I know that a lot of people work Friday, Saturday. I think doors are 6, bands start at 7.
Okay.
I moved Sunday to be a little bit on the earlier side, just because I know people got to get back to work on Monday. So we're starting off at like 4:30 with Nasty Savage going on at like 10:30.
Okay.
And then they'll be the last band of that night, which I think a 10:30 headliner on a Sunday is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, not 1 a.m., you know.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, not 1 a.m.
Now, who do you have cleaning up the televisions that are going to be smashed on the stage?
Luckily, not me. But yeah, luckily that'd be Brass Mug staff.
Right. Well,
And
cool, man.
it was going to be something else. Like originally, my band Passive Possession, we were also going to play that Sunday as well. But you know, George is kind of hard to get availability for. And then like Heather from the Mugs, like, you guys sure you want to play after them? There's going to be broken glass everywhere. I'm like,
Yeah, that's a good
we'll
point.
deal with it if we have to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. If you need to squeeze another band in, I have one available. I believe so.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. They were on a list of mine anyway, for one of these coming up. So like I do every year, I don't like to have the same band unless they're mine on twice in a row.
Yep.
And this is the first year back, so you know that'll probably be a thing for next year's.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well,
I love Brad, you know, and all those
oh,
guys.
Brad, he loves you.
So yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, exactly.
Nick, settle down.
Settle down.
We don't need that. Over the airwaves.
Yeah.
Keep
that was
it in-
supposed to be between you and I.
My diabetes is acting up, man.
Yeah, really. Now I got to hit you up soon, dude, for some shirts. I'll definitely get in touch with you with that.
Yeah, definitely anybody listening as well. I
Yeah.
run precision merch and probably print shirts for almost everybody in the scene down over here.
If you want
And they're
great shirts
fantastic.
done, like no shit, Nick is the man to go see. So he's done just about every shirt we ever done.
No, nice.
Nice.
Yeah. He's really good at it.
And we sell out fast on those, and that's 100% due to the quality, man.
Cool.
Yeah, we're doing the Nasty Savage shirts as well. We've been doing those for about 1.5 years or 2 years now. So yeah.
Okay.
So we
Definitely
need
good
like
stuff.
72 shirts done before the show we're not playing.
Okay. Sounds good to me, man.
That's
Just shoot
legally
me an
binding.
email and we're in business.
Yeah, I'm almost out of drinking with Drew shirts. So I had 100 made, and I've dished them all out. So we got probably 10 left.
So actually, a question for you. So the podcast is called Drinking with Drew.
Mhm.
Obviously, you've got friends there drinking with you, right?
Yep.
And then, do you guys discuss like different beers and stuff like
yeah,
that?
so
or
every
you just-
show we try a new beer and we kind of give our opinion on it. And then we just kind of sit around and bullshit, talk about, weekly news. We have little scenarios we do. We have a Buderbang, which if you watch the show, you'll definitely get into that. Now, Will, did you tell Christine about the Buderbangs?
I did mention the
Okay.
Buderbangs, but Christine can speak for how
We'll have to
she
shop her on
received
that
it.
one. Okay. But yeah, we just kind of have a different. Every show's a little different, But yeah, man, if you ever want to come in studio, hit me up. We have a good time in here.
Yeah, that'd be great. I love trying new beers as well. We could even bring some for you guys to try or whatever. We're always going to the craft beer places around here.
Yep. Tonight we're trying Jdubs Bell Cow Milk Chocolate Porter. So
Whoa.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yep. So
Yeah, man. Well, I'll hit you guys back up, and we'll see how you guys ended up liking it.
for sure, man. Yeah.
Sweet.
And keep in touch. I'm sure I'll run into you. We're probably going to do the Sunday show when Nasty Savage is playing.
Yeah. Cool.
All right,
That's
man.
great.
Awesome.
Cool, man.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah. Good talking to you.
All the
Later,
best.
man.
All right.
Talk to you soon.
All right. See you.
Later.
I didn't know he did shirts.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I didn't realize it was the same Nick that did our shirts, but now that's cool.
When you mentioned that to me, I thought it was a totally different guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had a vision in my head. I was like, okay, I know this guy. And then I hear, oh God, shit.
Okay.
Yeah, he plays in Promethean Horde.
We've played with them before. I know that for a fact.
yeah.
They're good. They're great.
Okay.
He does passive possession with a corpse grinder.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's what he was
Yeah,
saying. It's hard to get George in
Yeah.
line.
Okay.
So he does that too. And a bunch of other shit.
Cool.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a good guy.
Good deal. Let's try our beer. Where are you guys at on your beers?
I'm ready for a new one.
All right. Well, let's try our new beer. Sucker down. Now, Christine, are you going to do our beer or are you going to stick with
I can't
wine?
drink beer.
Oh, you can't drink.
Yeah.
Okay. You're forgiven.
What kind of wine are you sampling? We can feed you with the wine.
That is
Would you like
true.
to show it off?
Yeah.
Sure.
Try the wine out. Yeah. Laura might have some.
It's a Shiraz from
Okay.
Southern Australia, called
Nice.
from Thistledown Wine Company.
And how is it? Your first time? How do you rate it?
It's very pleasing. It's
Okay.
mild.
Nice.
Hold on, let me refresh myself. On
Go
this
ahead.
now.
Not the suds I was expecting.
No, she doesn't get suds yet.
Wine has a weird sound when you drink it.
Yeah, it has some peachy overtones, and then it has a like more of a berry finish. Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah,
Okay.
it's good.
We should start adding wines into the rotation. We're gonna run out of beers.
Well, I don't think
Words
that's
we
gonna
have
happen.
never said on this
Right.
show.
Exactly. That's never going to happen.
I'm tasting a nice Shiraz.
Right.
Has a berry after, flavor to some tannins.
It's very
Oh,
low.
that-
This is very low in tannins. Very low in tannins.
You know who buys wine for their wife?
Right. Well, I was at Sam's
guy.
and I was looking at the wine. I was debating on buying a couple bottles because they have great deals at Sam's. $10 you can get a good wine.
Right.
That's one thing I learned about wines and cigars. It's not the price that gives you a good wine. You can get good wine for $9, and you can
absolutely.
spend $100 on a bottle of wine. It'd be shit.
Oh, we
It's
go to-
really weird.
We go to Costco all the time, my wife and I, and she's like literally $9-10 on a bottle of wine.
Mhm.
My sister's kind of like a wine snob. That's all they drink.
Right.
And they're both like, "Oh, this is good." Kind of, that's why I know it has a berry aftertaste.
Right.
I taste apricots. It's like all this shit.
Yeah, my sister, she's a wine snob, and she took a class to, teach her how to do the swirl and, taste it and all that other stuff, make it breathe. And she said that typically if you get a $20 bottle of wine, it's going to taste just the same as an $80 bottle of wine.
Oh yeah.
So she says that if you find a good $20 bottle, that's all you need. You don't need to go any higher than that. It's I'm buzzy.
That's about our cutoff point. It's like $20.
Right.
That's just fine. You get two for 20, Brad.
Whoa.
Get 2 for 20.
You dealing up here? All right.
All right. Who's the beer
That's,
wench tonight? Will.
I am definitely the beer wench.
All
Here
right,
we go.
Do it
And
up.
while you're beer wenching, Joe is in the comments, and he
What?
wants to know
Joe.
who's sitting in his seat.
Oh, boy.
So obviously Joe missed the intro
Maybe, but
where we were introducing everybody.
yeah, this is Christine.
Yeah,
She's
welcome,
with Phono
Christine.
Matrix.
Hello.
First time in the studio.
So, can we call Joe?
Joe, can we call you?
And in the meantime, look, it has cow decals.
Ooh.
Yeah, here
Yes,
we
it
go.
does.
Here's one
So
for
you got it
Bradward.
from Chick-fil-A.
Here you go, sir.
Now, if we call you, Joe, you got to turn your volume off.
Here's for you guys.
Yep, just the one.
Just the one? Okay.
Just
And
the
then
one
one
for
for me as well. All right.
I'm gonna try calling him.
So if it's good, you guys each get 2.
I guess so.
Answer your phone, Joe.
Simon's like, where's mine?
Drew show.
Does he
So who do
always-
we have now?
Wait, I thought you got a new phone. Your phone's not even working. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, there
Yeah,
you
it's
are.
working.
There
Good
it
now.
is.
Joseph.
Hi.
What's going on?
Good to hear you guys.
How was your
I
trip?
missed you. It was pretty good.
When are you going
No
hunting?
traffic. It was raining. It rained a little bit the day I left. It rained more yesterday, and then I got here late last night.
Okay. Lisa's in
Stay
the
with my
comments. She says that you
stay
should be
with
in
my
touch
cousin.
since you're in New York.
I stayed with my cousin in South Carolina, and then I drove the rest of the way yesterday.
No way. All right.
Are you going to go to New York City?
Probably not.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking about going into the office, but it's just easier if I just work from here, and then I'm having dinner with my family tonight. I had dinner with my parents tonight, and then I'm seeing my brother and my sister and their families tomorrow night. And then I have another dinner out in Long Island on Thursday night, and then Friday night we go upstate to start hunting on Saturday.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Well, we're taking Chrissy out to get drunk tomorrow.
Go ahead. Yeah, she's got a little something to celebrate.
I think there were like 10 cars over at the house tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight was the gangbang. I missed the gangbang.
We
Yeah.
saw the strobe lights. I'm pretty sure she had a party going on in there. some music thumping from the
Oh,
house.
the bass was, man, when I got in my car, I was shaking my car across the street. I didn't even know you lived there.
He pulls into the wrong driveway by accident on purpose.
I
Joe's.
made sure my car's still there.
We now call Joe's house the house
Duh.
instead of the other
house.
house
That's the
There you
house.
go.
that you now own.
Yeah.
The
Right.
house.
It's the party house now.
All right, man. All right. Well, we miss you. We want you to come back soon. The show just.
Well, I got 2 beers for you from Virginia on the way up.
Nice.
From the one from the Virginia Brewing Company, and one from, I think it's called Devil's Backbone,
Nice.
something like that. And it was another local Virginia distillery. So I got 2 different Virginia beers for you.
For all you
Cool.
planties out there, there's also a plant called a devil's backbone. Just throwing that out there.
Oh.
Okay. Tell Crazy
plenty.
Tony we said hello.
Yes.
I will let him know. He's he was asking about you guys. He misses you.
Okay.
He's
Well,
welcome back in studio anytime.
yep.
Where you
cool,
going?
man.
Where you going hunting for, man?
The deer.
Little
Deer?
Bambies.
Mm. Well, more like the Bambi's moms, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Bring
Or
home,
Bambi's
bring
dads.
home some venison.
That's
I
what I
had some for
said.
dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had deer, so
Oh, it's good.
yeah, if he brings anything home, I'll have to try it, but I never had it before.
That is the situation we shall have to remedy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
Did you
Oh, and
hear what I
stopped
said,
at,
Joe, to
Dr. Bucky's yesterday too.
Oh God.
Oh, man.
bring back the nuggets?
I bought 7 bags.
Oh my God.
Well, we shall see how many of them make it to you guys in 2 weeks or 2.5
true.
weeks.
Oh man.
Yeah, probably not a
Those
lot.
things are so
Back.
deadly.
Oh my God, they
It
are.
might not be all the way back to you, but we'll see.
Damn it.
All right, man.
Hold on, real quick, Joe, did you
But-
hear that I said Lisa's in the comments saying that you should get in touch with her since you're up there for a bit?
I did not get a chance to hear that part, but I don't know if I can see the comments yet.
Okay.
But yeah, let me look.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure Drew can get you guys in touch with each other.
I mean, if she wants me to come over now, I mean, it's 8 o'clock. I can be there. I can listen to the show as I'm driving, and then I'll be there by the time the show's over.
Sounds like a nightcap.
I just drove 1,100 miles, so I don't care if I have to drive another 20 miles.
Jeez.
Oh, good logic.
Just Uber.
That's
Oh
a
my
long
God.
cruise, man.
All right,
Done that
bro.
a few times.
We're going to try our new beer. We've got Jdubs Brewing Company. They do a milk chocolate porter. So I want to try this.
To the cow beer that's been in the fridge.
So who's in my seat?
Christine.
Who are you,
From
Christine?
Photo
Nice to
Matrix.
meet you.
She is a
Photo
vocalist.
Matrix.
She's a
Okay.
she's a vocalist.
And a
Okay.
guitar player.
She's the
And a guitar
singer.
And a wine connoisseur.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fancy.
And
Yeah.
the basket
Yeah,
weaver
someone's
too.
Hey, did
she
you
does
get,
underwater basket weaving, and she knows the tannins and wines.
now? Did you guys get the invite to Joe's Christmas party?
It's
Yes.
true.
Okay,
You saw that? Okay.
Yep.
so
I'm
Just
just
invite
gonna-
all the audience, by the way.
yeah, why not?
I did not receive an invite, but I'm assuming I'm invited.
Yeah.
You know, that's just how it is.
So he said, Tom. I don't know if he said Preston. Preston may have scared him.
That's a dangerous invite. It's a dangerous invite.
I don't
true.
know. I don't know about that one.
We had a birthday party with Preston once, and I believe your exact words, Brad, were I almost knocked that dude out.
Oh, man.
Oh,
He came on the
no.
road with us once.
Hmm.
Once.
You learned real fast.
Holy shit. I wish I do have some video of that.
Yeah,
by the
yeah, you
way.
do. It's him with a birthday hat on, just like
Oh my
screaming,
God.
"I love living in the city" by Fear.
Yeah, just top of his lungs at like 2:00 in the morning.
Nice. All right, Joseph.
Yeah, let me go. I'm sitting outside Lisa's house.
All right, knock, knock, knock.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Later, bro.
Oh man, we got hung up on. That's
He
cool though.
did.
I'm glad we got Joe on the show. It's not the Drinking with Drew show without Joe.
Without Pajama Joe.
Yeah, I got a message. It was just a number. It was like, "Hey, you coming to the Christmas party?" And I'm like, "Who is this?"
You can hear Joe right now.
It's just
Let me in, Lisa. I'm outside. I got a beer.
Drew, give me your
Are you
address.
are you tuning a guitar in? Is it made out of wood?
I can fix your refrigerator.
Lisa's been through 2 refrigerators in like 2 weeks. Like she bought a brand new refrigerator, it died.
Whoa.
She bought a new one, they replaced it, and that one died too. So
Do you want to share the
What the
brand,
hell?
or I would avoid that brand in the future?
Right.
I say Samsung.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Some of
hate
these smart
Samsung.
fridges, man. I'm like, I don't want my fridge to be smart, man.
Well, they have. I mean, so we don't cook at home a lot, so we don't have a ton of food always at the house. But people that have like tablets in their TV or in their refrigerators with TVs and all that stuff, I'm like, what's the point? I don't understand.
Just
all
keep my beer
additives
cold.
that they've put. Right, exactly. Like
The
we
only
have the
thing-
one that has the little like you knock on the door and it like it's a
Yeah.
window, so it like lights up so you can see what's in there without having to open the door, so it keeps it cold.
Yeah, I don't understand.
But
that.
that's as much as I want.
The
That's all.
pessimist in me, the paranoid in me is like, they want to put computers in your fridge so they can see what you're putting in there so they can advertise the same foods to you.
Probably.
But, you know, I mean, that's pretty much it, right?
There's
Probably.
one fridge I did look at, and it made those ice cubes, like the round ones.
Yeah.
But it also had a camera inside. And you can log into your phone. You can actually look into your fridge.
Right,
Really?
that's another thing. I'm like,
But
what's the point?
No, I like that because I always forget what the hell I went to the store for.
Right.
And I'm like,
Prime demographic right
wait a
here.
minute, do I need butter?
Right.
Yes, I do.
But it can see all the shelves and everything.
Yeah, it has just like one of those optic lenses.
Because I
on
feel
it.
like if
my
it's not
God.
if it's not like at the front of the shelf, I'm not looking past it to see anything inside. So it's not like right there.
This was one of the side by sides, so it had both shelf for like the freezer and.
Okay.
No, I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually started putting all the
But I am
condiments in the
speaking
drawers.
from another demographic.
Here's a little tip for people who were like me that only see what's like right in front. Put all of your condiments in a drawer. Because like if you put fruit and veggies in a drawer, you're not gonna see them because they're in the drawer. So you put all your condiments in there, and then you put your fruits and veggies like in bowls and on the shelves and whatnot, and then that's what you see.
I never use condiments.
I never.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We're talking about something else.
No,
Condiment whores.
All right, let's drink our beer. Brad,
Oh,
you are up.
Jesus.
Condiments first.
and I'm hoping you don't like it. So you can pass it to me.
Wait, you haven't even tried these, so how do you know you're gonna like them?
Brad, I
I'm
hope you
gonna
hate
like-
this beer.
I'm going to like a milk chocolate stout.
Oh, God.
No? You don't like it?
That is the worst thing.
Really?
No, I hate it.
Oh, man.
Wait, so you like something called
Try some.
Dragon's Milk, but you don't like something that's milk chocolate?
No, that's, I don't know. No.
All right, put it back in the fridge. All right, go ahead, Will James.
Okay, first of all, I want to make a comment here. It says innovation in pink. First of all, innovation, really? No, it's beer, bro. Second of all, pink makes me want strawberry milk. It's chocolate milk. I'm already upset.
It does look like a little ice cream like shop colors.
Third of all, it's like bubbling over. All right, down the hatch.
Does he always complain this much?
No, actually.
Welcome to Will's world.
I mean, it's not Bud Light, you know?
Ugh.
Really? Wow.
Am I alone?
No. Ooh,
Wow.
Really?
it tastes like dog hair.
What?
Yeah, I'm tasting like dog water.
What?
Ugh, not great.
What's dog
It-
water taste like?
It tastes like
That beer.
It tastes like the smell of dog. I'm
Okay.
tasting just ugh. God, that's.
It's gross.
I don't like to shit on these beers like unless there's that's bad.
That's
Man.
literally the worst beer I've ever had.
You
on
guys
this
have
show.
me so worried right now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't
I
wait
was
for you
really
to try
looking
it.
forward to this beer.
This will be the first beer I think
It's
that
actually-
it's going to be more disliked than
I'm not
liked.
even joking. It's literally drying out the back of my throat. Can you hear this? I'm not even kidding.
He's not going to serenade you now.
Jeez,
Your serenade is over, pal.
I'm worried.
Done.
Oh, you can drink all these, pal. I don't want any of that. Ugh, that's
Damn.
gross.
Okay, go
I had
ahead.
my hopes up.
I'll take a little swig when you're done, but I know I never like beers.
Yummy.
It doesn't taste like chocolate at all.
No.
No, I mean if anything, it tastes like spoiled milk. So they got that part right at
Oh.
least. But
Well, I don't know
No,
about spoiled milk, but
It doesn't taste like chocolate at all.
there's no chocolate. in it.
Like, do you hate it?
I
Like,
absolutely
if
hate
it didn't say chocolate, what would you think about it? If it was just like, here, try this beer.
I would think
I
maybe
hate
it went bad in processing or something, like, or in shipping. Like it went bad. That's
It
what
doesn't taste. I can't even put a flavor on it.
I'm willing to give it a second chance so I can find the flavor. Here we go. Ugh.
That's all you, pal.
You're like, oh God. Oh, that's my face. I literally have that face with all the beers.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the rare like universal thumbs down. I mean, these are usually really good. I don't blame you, Drew, but
man.
I kind of do.
I kind of do.
Grab me a black and tan.
Hold on, let me try. I have to try it.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna like it.
Of course not, but
Wouldn't it be funny if she did though?
this would be the one
I'll
beer
think
that I'm
about
like,
that.
yeah, this is the best beer ever. Oh no, it smells like garbage.
See?
I can always smell like what something's gonna taste like.
Thank you.
Can I smell it?
Yes, you can smell.
Here you go. Yeah, smell
Let her
mine.
You're
smell
gonna
it.
try it?
Yeah. Oh God.
Smells like
I
beer.
don't know.
Well, you're
now
not a
I
fan
want
of
to
beer.
try some, but I want to like spit
It's
it
so
out
bad.
at the
Yeah,
end.
spit it out. 'cause
So
it's
let
not
me
good.
let me swig this, so I have something to spit it out. In.
There you go. There you. Ugh. Gross. Yeah.
All right, Christine's actually gonna try beer. I
Oh,
can't
get
wait
ready
do
to.
this.
Oh God. Okay.
Hold on, let the wine settle. We don't want to taint the already tainted pool here.
Oh, but that's really good wine.
Oh,
She'll be drinking straight from the bottle now.
All right.
Oh, it's so bad.
It smells like beer.
It smells like poop.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Laura, you fucked me up. Go ahead.
No, I mean it's not terrible. It just tastes like a porter, but it doesn't taste like chocolate or anything.
Oh, it's
No,
gross.
it doesn't. To me, it doesn't even taste like a porter. It tastes like a.
It tastes like someone
here
was
we go.
mad at that brewery. That
And it
day
makes
that
whatever
made
you
that.
try
Somebody
next.
was mad at the brewery.
It makes whatever you try next to like get rid
Maybe
of the
it's
taste
the
in your
Mad
mouth.
Cow
It makes
Brewery.
it taste gross.
the Mad Cow
They said,
Brewery.
It's true.
They're
Right,
not getting
yeah,
my
that's-
check this week. I'll make them some beer.
Yeah. I mean, I'm almost willing to contact the brewery and be like, hey, this just doesn't taste right. Was there?
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah,
send me
gross.
another one to try because I want to give you a second chance. Because
That was
that,
bad.
Will hit it on the head. It tastes like a beer that went bad.
Yeah.
How long
Like-
was it in
I
the
could eat some
refrigerator
chocolate
for?
to cleanse my palate.
now, what happens if you drink bad beer? You just get the shits.
Oh,
No,
great.
I think
you are
so.
dead. You are dead immediately.
No, you
Great.
have to make
Dead.
a con save. It all goes back to
Yeah,
D&D.
it's. You know, it's like a beer that was cold and got warm and got cold again.
Oh my God, it totally did. The hurricane.
No, it didn't. It did not get warm.
Well, here's the thing with milk.
That one
You
wasn't
bought
plugged
that
in.
cold? You bought that beer cold?
I don't
No.
know. I wasn't with you when I bought that. When you got the
No, I didn't.
Hello?
And see, that's what I
I
don't.
had to think.
Is this
but-
on?
If they call it a milk beer, is there actual milk in it? A. So B, does that necessitate it having to be cold the whole time? I don't think so, right? But at the
But
same time,
alcohol and
like,
milk curdles, doesn't it?
yeah, it does.
I doubt it
No,
has
because
real milk in
Bailey's.
it.
Think about Bailey's. That's got
Yeah.
dairy in it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Kind of want to call a brewer.
Yeah, that's uncanny.
bad.
Yeah, that
That
was
was-
uncanny.
That was unfortunate.
They
That's
can't all be
literally
good though. They
the
can't
wor-
all be good.
Like even the coffee beers he gave me, that is the worst. I'll put that number
Yeah.
one. As the
Where's
worst
that
beer.
from? Where's that brewery?
Oh, that's a good question.
Jdubs
But-
Brewing or something like
Jdubs
that.
Geographically.
Brewing.
Oh, where is okay?
In Orlando, Florida.
Hello, Orlando.
Oh my god.
Your beer sucks.
Your beer's the worst.
Well, I want to give him a second chance. I want to say it could
But
be a
Yingling
one-off.
in Tampa.
Right.
Yeah. Joe says she's a spitter.
Oh boy.
And then Lisa throws out Hawk Tua.
Oh my god.
Put on your Hawk Tua hat.
Yeah. Oh, it's stuck.
No, don't
Oh,
pull my light off.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're not going to destroy the studio for that. But it's here. It's
Yeah.
there.
Have you guys listened to Talk Tua's podcast?
I have
I've
not.
heard of it, but I have not listened to it.
It just goes to show in America anything's possible.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
Talk about a southern accent.
Right?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That chick.
Well, I'm guessing she has, and it's kind of weird because she got famous mainly. I mean, I know it was a male female crowd that laughed at it, but I think the men like her because she's a country blonde, blah, blah, blah. That I think that's her attraction to, from the guy's standpoint. I don't know if her podcast geared towards men or is it kind
I
of open?
haven't seen it.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it at all.
Did you
but-
see it, Will?
No, I didn't see it. I kind of just raised this ignorantly. I know she had like a very controversial guest. Oh man, I can't remember who it was. You know what? It was, I think she had Ricky Williams from the Miami Dolphins and they were talking about like spiritual stuff. No, you know what? I'm getting that wrong. Just ignore me.
But she's been on other like comedian podcasts. So I think that's kind of her
Yeah.
shtick is that she's trying to stay on the funny side of things as opposed to
Yeah.
talking anything serious. She was on like Whitney Cummings.
That's where I
Yeah,
saw her.
she was on
Yeah.
what, Bill Maher or something like that. And
She was on
yeah.
Bill Maher.
Yeah.
Really?
That's where she did the
On
comment.
his podcast?
That's where she did the comment when she was talking about the Alicia Keys song, Concrete Jungle, Wet Dream Tomatoes. That was where she dropped that
that's
line.
A meme, and
That's a meme, yes.
now she'll come out with a hat.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
millions.
Just wait till she runs for like Senate in like
Right.
10 years.
I mean, she could probably get it at the town she's from.
Right, because she's from
You
a
might
very
remember
small
me
town.
20 years ago.
Right, right. I'm gonna hot
Million
two of your taxes. Vote for me.
And she'll get in,
She will.
and then the world's going to explode.
All right. All right. Well, I do want to give them a second chance because
It could have been a bad batch. You never know.
That was bad.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad.
Oh, Joe says he's a subscriber to the Talk to and
Go
he's
figure.
watched them all.
Oh my God.
that doesn't
How many?
surprise
3
me.
episodes?
I'm not surprised that Joe's watched them all.
Well, he went on a drive from like South Carolina to New York. So
Oh no, he
had tons of
probably
time.
watches that on his free time. Yeah, at home. Yeah. Joe, so you got to let us know. Is it all funny? Who does she have as her guests? What's going on, Joe? Give us the
I
lowdown.
mean, my show is not going to sit here for an hour and promote her show. So
Yeah.
if she didn't want to come on my show, fuck her. I'm
well,
not promoting her.
she requires money to make
$32,000.
appearances. Yeah.
How much?
$32,000 is what she was charging.
Good
I'd
God.
rather put a roof on the house.
Something.
For saying Hawk 2.
Mm-hmm.
You're forgetting the most important part, Brad. Also, just sex appeal. That's what it is. Drew hit it on the head. Men find that attractive.
wait a minute.
And
Put
so
the
that's
camera
been
on
what
me.
it is.
Come on, ladies.
Oh.
There you go.
Subscribe.
Say Hawk to her.
And I do it from the side. You ladies, gonna be surprised. Subscribe to the Drinking with Drew.
Yeah.
And with that being said,
Uh-huh.
it's time for Buderbang. Christine's nervous.
How many did you have tonight? How many
One.
did you have? Oh, just one?
We did not write this song, by the way.
This is Jason Stallworth.
Bang.
Yes.
Boot. Booderbang. Boot. Bang.
Who's that vocalist? I can't place him. He sounds oddly familiar.
I think I'm gonna boot because she's missing teeth.
There's Pajama Joe.
Is Booderbang garbage?
Firm boot.
Are we all banging?
We're banging the car too.
Jay said bang. Brad and Keller and Lisa have all said boot.
She was deciding to have pizza for breakfast.
Here we go, because I'm the one that is going to bang on that one.
All
I
right.
love that guy. Every time I hear that, I go, I love that guy. I gotta get a hold of Daniel.
Yeah. We only have one tonight. Unless Joe wants to text me a new one real quick. Nothing crazy. So, here's the way this works. We're going to tell a quick story, nothing too crazy. And based on
Sometimes
that,
they're crazy.
Sometimes they're
Sometimes
crazy.
they're crazy.
Sometimes they're crazy. Sometimes they're mild. Based on that story alone, without seeing the person's picture, you have to decide if you're going to boot them out of bed or bang them. This has nothing to do with relationships. You do not have to see the person again.
One and done.
One and done, boot or bang. So here we go.
Or smash or pass.
Yeah, well,
Smash or
According-
pass.
That's not.
According to
as-
my son.
Do that on your podcast, bro.
Hey, I'm just giving a
His son's
a
story
little
refuses
shout
to
out
come
for
on.
my son.
Sure.
Respect my brood. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Mother of four is handcuffed in front of her children and hauled to jail for letting her 11-year-old son walk less than a mile into town where just 370 people live. So,
Really?
yep. A mother
Okay.
of four was handcuffed in front of her children and hauled off to the jail after she allowed her 11-year-old son to walk to, less than a mile into a small town. Brittany Patterson went to drive her eldest son to a medical appointment on October 30th, and her youngest, 11-year-old Soren, was supposed to tag along, but was not around when it was time to leave. She figured he was simply playing in the woods or visiting his grandmother. Patterson told the outlet, noting that her father lives with them and her mother and sisters live just 2 minutes away. But it turned out Soren decided to walk to downtown Mineral Bluff, a town of just 370 people that is less than a mile from their home. He was spotted alongside the road by a woman who asked if he was okay, and even though he replied that he was, the woman called the police. A female sheriff's deputy then picked up the boy and called Patterson. She asked me if I knew he was downtown, and he said no. She said she was upset that Soren had gone into town without letting anyone know, but did not think there was a reason to worry. I was not panicking, as I know the roads and I know he was mature enough to walk there without incident. And that's what his mom said. The speed limit was 35 miles an hour. The deputy, however, kept mentioning how he could have been run over, kidnapped, or anything could have happened to him. The deputy ultimately drove Soren home and left him with his grandmother. When Patterson ultimately returned home, she scolded her son for his actions, which she thought was the end of the woes. But at around 6:30 p.m. that night, the deputy showed up with another officer, handcuffed Patterson, and brought her to jail, where she was fingerprinted, had her mugshot taken, and was put in prison garb. She said she did not understand what was happening, and she had grown up in the area with unsupervised time to wander and play. So there you go. That's the story.
Looks like Brad's gonna boot or bang.
I don't know.
I am giving her a really hard bang.
Yeah,
you're banging.
Serious.
No,
I think we all are.
Banging.
I grew up in that area. I mean, I was told to get out of the house when the sun came up, and I'd be back home when the sun went down. And we went all over the freaking place.
Our kids play in the woods, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah,
They're
we played
walking
in the
down
woods.
the side road.
That's how we met friends. We didn't know anybody in my neighborhood. We just went around and said,
Yeah.
"Are you cool?"
Right.
All right, cool.
I was walking to elementary school like when I was way younger than 11, and that was probably 3 to 4 miles.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Civil Terrace Elementary from Fowler and 56th Street to basically Bush Boulevard and 56th Street.
I think mine was about a mile and a half to get to my school. Wasn't that far at all. But yeah, by my junior year, I was riding my bike to school, and there were,
Yeah. So
crazy.
Okay.
That's I mean, that's a cop just being a total.
That's a female cop. Probably doesn't have any kids, and is probably like doesn't know how to raise kids.
If she wasn't
Right.
here, I'd say something else.
No, but I think it has to do with her not. She probably doesn't have kids, my assumption, and she probably doesn't understand children.
Yeah,
at that level.
Yeah, that's
Anyhow,
yeah.
Will James,
boo on the cops.
boot or bang?
Yeah, here's who I'm booting, the cop. Exactly. Like
Right.
these overzealous police officers who feel like they have to intrude upon people's personal lives. Was it a little tiny bit negligent of the parent to let the child like wander? Maybe you could argue that, but an arrest, a full-blown arrest with fingerprinting and prison garb, no, boot that cop out of here, man. No, absolutely not.
What about the mom who got arrested?
I mean, if we're going off that metric, then bang, because
Yeah.
she did nothing wrong. But,
Yeah.
you know.
And to do
Agreed.
it in front of her kids, I mean,
Right.
that is just
Yeah.
not
Rude.
good.
Okay.
I boot them like I boot that beer.
Now,
Joe's in the comments. He is banging.
of course he is.
Yeah, I think we're all banging. Well, I'm banging because the kid's freaking 11. Kids are babysitting around that time anyway. It's a mile in town. That's not long at all. Like, it's totally fine.
Okay.
My brother left school in kindergarten and was trying to walk to my grandmother's house, which was like 5 miles away. And the cop picked him up in South Tampa in like the Hyde Park area. He was halfway there before the cops even found him.
Wow.
My mom didn't get arrested.
Oh, my mom would have been to jail 100 times.
But
if,
in reality, he left
Oh,
school,
yeah,
so he
forever.
left at like recess. So it would have been the school's fault at that point. But still, like nobody got arrested.
all right,
Bird just
Christine,
left.
boot or bang?
She named her kid Soren. Boot.
That is a good reason. I can't.
Isn't that the name of the bad guy?
out of bottle.
Maybe that's her favorite ride at Disney, or is that at
She
Epcot?
is totally comfortable on this show now. Like, I'm just drinking it out of the bottle now.
I'm pretty sure Soren is the name of the bad guy in Star Trek Generations. Now that's me showing my inner nerd here, but
No.
Nice.
yeah,
Which
it's
part?
Malcolm McDowell's character, Dr.
You
Soren.
sure that's okay?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I just watched that not long ago.
Yeah,
So,
see?
Okay, yeah.
so
Which
now
part?
But
is-
also, obviously it's a small town. They don't have anything better to do, so they were like, "Yeah, let's just arrest this person for no
That's
good
true.
reason." I mean,
There's-
that's silly. Like,
Well,
kids are a lot more mature than
What was it
society
called?
gives them credit for.
Mineral Springs.
Mineral,
Yeah, right.
Mineral Bluff.
they were
Was that-
loving-
Bluff.
Is that in Kansas?
Where
I really want to know
was
where that is now.
Right?
I'm sure it's.
I want to book a show there. Must I kill one night only?
And have that little
Little
11-year-old
bluff.
moshing in the front with you guys.
Bring your kids.
They get free tickets. The whole
You
family.
got to write songs for Soren.
Yeah. Why'd your mom name you Soren? It's not your fault, kid.
Maybe she was soaring on some good drugs.
Whoa. Maybe that's why they arrested her.
Maybe.
Well, we'll find out soon.
That's true. Maybe she's known in the community to be a crazy drunk.
That would be
Maybe.
one wild charge to like, pin it on at that point. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if it was that well known. I mean,
that chick from the bar.
She's letting her kids wander around again. Take her to jail this time. All right. What
All
did
right,
Lisa
post
say?
it.
Keller says bang. Joe
Where's
says
Keller?
bang.
Where's Lisa?
Jason says you guys already know my answer, which
Oh,
is boot because
Jason's
Jason.
booting.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Lisa's not in the comments yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Ready?
Let's
I'll
show
answer
the
it,
picture.
Jason.
What?
That's Mom.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally. Drew delivers.
Looks like she's a
come back
realtor.
to Mineral Bluff. You get free tickets, baby.
Yeah, that's shocking.
She's good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 kids, huh?
She's definitely a realtor.
yeah, that's like a professional headshot right
Yeah.
Now, I want to see a photo of the female cop.
there.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
I'm already envisioning it.
Yeah.
A donut shop regular.
Mm-hmm. So that's the church of Mineral Bluff.
I'll take 6 Boston creams.
Yeah. Joe
a cup
says
of
maybe
Joe.
Soren
I know
was-
what you said, but it sounded like you said
Bustin' cream, yeah.
cream.
Yeah.
I
Which
like
is-
yours better.
Which is cream is as cream
No.
does, right?
Yeah, baby.
This is the church in Mineral Bluffs of 370 people.
Nice.
Does that fit all 370
That's
people
the
inside
son.
it?
Yep.
Totally cute.
Is that the kid that
That's the
walks?
kid.
She's so
That's the
cute.
kid. Yep.
I mean, come on.
That was it,
And
that,
those are her kids.
that was an
She's-
envy arrest. They were
Yep.
envious of
Yeah.
of everything they
I
had.
bet
And I mean,
She's-
the other picture, she's like not even wearing makeup and she's looking
Hmm.
smoking hot.
Yep.
Man.
So that's the only Buderbang, huh? Only one Buderbang.
That was a good one.
Oh, you
It
know.
was a good one.
Joe said that Soren was probably conceived in the Epcot ride. So that's Epcot is the ride I was thinking of.
Did we do this one?
Which one?
That you gave me? Florida Woman Buderbanks?
Yeah, Florida Women. That's the 2 that we did last.
Oh, we did
That's
that.
the one we did on Sunday.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
your
so
cousins
I,
were here.
I had a special show on Sunday.
I heard about that. How'd it go?
Yeah, it was good. It was family, so it was a little different, but it was a good time. I tell you what, though, I'm envious to these people that do like 5 shows a week, because doing a show Sunday and then doing another one Tuesday, I mean, it's to get show prep and to kind of get things organized. Like this thing might actually die on me tonight because I didn't charge the batteries in the back, and that one's battery operated.
That's
so-
all right. I do well in the dark. It's fine.
Well, I have one over here I can exchange out, but
We know, Will. We
Yeah.
know.
Oh. And that was pretty dark yourself there, Brad. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, it's been kind of crazy.
Keller's back with not being able to see anyone's comments, so it must
It's
be
Keller.
Yeah, it's got to be Keller's side.
Keller,
Yeah.
what you doing? He can't see Joe either?
He
Helen
said he can't see the comments, anyone's comments.
taking after his old Aunt Helen.
Can Joe see Keller's comments and Lisa's comments?
I'm not sure. He hasn't said one way or the other.
Joe, tell me if you can see other people's comments. Because
I just signed out and I see everybody's comments.
You do?
Okay.
Look
Yeah,
at Brad.
I'm seeing everyone's comments.
Very meta.
Okay.
I'm so meta.
Make a comment while you're on the show, Brad.
Yeah, make a comment, Brad.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let me talk some shit.
This is how you do it, folks. You just got to log on with
That's how
your
you do
phones.
it.
Yep.
All right. So let's talk about some news of the week.
Dolphins won last night.
Yeah,
There's
let's
some
talk
news.
about the Tampa game real quick, okay?
Oh, well, the Tampa game.
Joe
Good
says
God,
he can
bro,
see
that
Keller's
game.
comments,
He can?
and so can Stallworth.
Okay. So
He's
it's
on
got to
there
be
too.
Keller. It's got to be something with
Yeah.
Keller's phone. So
Yeah, I just did it.
I like the way the Bucks are playing, but they're just not pulling it off.
Here's the
And
thing.
your players are out.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like you really can't take injuries too seriously. I mean, we're missing the 2 best players aside from
But they're
Baker.
still doing good even with them out.
Well, but that's what it is. Like Baker will take you very far, but to get over the hump. I mean, the Chiefs game was BS. Should have gone for 2.
Mm-hmm.
The 49ers game is just like, all right, well, you got to write that one off. They might sneak into the playoffs like they did last year. They made it last year with being 9-8, so they were right there, and they could do it again if Evans comes back, within a timely fashion. But yeah, they are playing well, like you said. They just have to keep that up and hope that they can get some kind of momentum.
But dude,
with the
that
schedule.
play with the stiff arm.
Oh yeah, dude, that
that's
was
probably
dope.
the best play I've seen
Hold
in a
on.
long time.
What game was it where the guy like jumped, did a spin, and like frog hopped over an opposing player?
Philly.
Was that it?
Philly.
Yeah.
You're
Look
like,
at Brad talking sports.
right?
Yeah. Well,
Look
it
at
was-
me talking sport. I mean, at least
it
I
was
know
a
the
slow
play.
day.
Didn't have a garage to clean out.
No, I just happened to look up at the TV and saw a guy spinning and jumping backwards.
Dude.
No, that was killer.
That was an awesome
If
play.
he would have broke that and got a touchdown, everybody would have been talking about that. It would
Right.
have been sick.
Mhm.
But yeah,
I don't know. It was a good game. Sucks they lost.
what's their record right now?
Tampa is-
six and
No, they've got to
Four?
be like 4-6 or
Is it 4 and 6?
4 and 5 at this point.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
They were doing well before the injuries, but so many teams can say that right now, and that's just it's part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
What do you guys think of these new Guardian caps? I believe I brought this up every time I'm on the show, but
What is it?
the new Guardian caps. Now these are the helmets.
Oh,
where
they're weird.
Oh.
they're bigger and they have the foam pads and they have to stretch the logo over it, so they look really big, but they're supposed to reduce concussions by about 15%.
But aren't they like ridiculously expensive, and that's why they don't have them for every single player?
No, they are not expensive. The reason why the players aren't wearing them is because they think they look dumb, and I hate to say this about athletes, but they do prefer looking cool over being safe. So
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're wearing tight pants where if they're white, we can see your butt crack. So why are you giving, like, keep your head working right, like, so you don't lose your fucking mind as soon as you retire?
I
Like,
agree with you, but to take it back to the Dolphins, when Tua was asked about coming back, they kept him out for 4 games because of concussions. He's had like 4 in his whole career. He was asked, "How do you feel about the people that are concerned about your health and your well-being?" He's like, "Thank you for your concern, but I love this game to the death of me." And that was the literal quote. So these guys are literally willing to go in there and literally play until they die. And so, hey.
Well, the concussion brain or whatever the heck they call it, it doesn't kill them. It just like makes them kind of go crazy, right? To the point where they kill themselves.
Well, Brett Favre just came out and said he has Parkinson's from all the concussions he suffered. So the long-term effects of this are consequential, but
I did not know they can cause Parkinson's.
I mean, it's a case-by-case basis depending on
CTE.
It's CTE. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, what about those white pants? I mean, you're talking about. I mean, really cinches you up? I might have to look into that.
Yeah. Makes
I
it
think
like,
most side kills have a new wardrobe change.
If we all showed up in football like attire for a
Oh
show,
my God,
we
that
would
would be so funny.
We would
Football-
confuse the shit out of the audience.
football and no shirts.
Well, Tom would take his off anyways. I mean, that's his thing at this
True.
point. And the audience loves it, by the way. Come on out to our next show. When is it? We don't even know. But come on out anyways.
No one wants to book us.
right.
Oh, they do. We only play for national touring acts, though. That's the thing. We don't play local
Follow
shows.
your Facebook and you'll keep them posted.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Christine, has Will told you his disbelief in aliens? Have you had that conversation with him yet?
No,
Okay.
I have not.
Oh, no. I was trying to keep that a secret, Drew. Come on,
We've
man.
had this conversation on the show, and he's the show me the proof guy. All right, so Will, a retired rear admiral who served as the Navy's head oceanographer, will testify to Congress tomorrow, Wednesday, about the risks of UFOs that appear to traverse Earth's seas with impunity. The Rear Admiral Tim Gallaudet.
We always said if there's aliens, they're in
They're
the
in
water.
the ocean. They're in the ocean. It says Rear Admiral Tim Gallaudet, somebody's calling me, has attested publicly in the past to an interesting correlation where we see so many potential interactions of UAPs. I don't know. I hate that new term. And nuclear ships.
What's the UAP instead of
It's
UFO?
Unidentified aerial phenomena or whatever. It's
And where's the second U in nuclear? I thought it was just nuclear.
Nuclear.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had to.
Are you making fun of me my pronunciation, man?
A little bit.
Him and
Just
his
a little
pamphlets.
bit. It's all in
If
good
it wasn't
fun.
him, it would have been me.
Okay. So nuclear is not correct?
Nope. That's George Bush talking.
Yep. I was literally,
How do you say it?
Nuclear.
Nuclear. Isn't that what I said?
Nope.
Nope.
You
What
were
did I
you were
say?
full on nuclear.
Yeah, you went George
Oh.
W on us.
So I put a U between the C and the L.
You did. You did.
Nuclear. Okay, it's nuclear. Is that right? Man, I'm going to lose that argument forever. All right. So he is going to talk about the regular occurrence of these UFOs in the ocean following submarines, specifically nuclear Was that right?
Very good.
Thank
Good.
you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hold on, I have one for that.
You've passed.
Can I do my? I think I have it in here.
Soundboard time.
Yes, I do. All right, I got to get this on. Oh, I spelled applaud wrong. Never mind. All right,
Happy
never mind.
Laud.
Increasingly, Rear Admin Glotterette has also given voice to growing concern among military officials that these strange apparent craft possess capabilities beyond our current understanding of science, technology, as well as engineering.
So there's no way that it could be like another country's technology.
No, because the
it's just more advanced than ours.
Right, because it's in the water and we don't have the technology to
So
maneuver.
like
the
Russia,
way.
China,
No.
they don't have that. Okay.
So the way that they've been documented, and this story goes on to say that all these reports are deeply classified, so they're not available. But he, as being retired, is going to talk about it and testify to Congress about it.
Sweet.
Does that change anything, Will?
I'll wait until he testifies and we'll see what happens. I need to see it first. I generally have an open mind when it comes to a lot of things, but
Christine, what's your opinion?
That's what I'm wondering.
On life outside of planet Earth.
Yes. Well, now it's actually in planet Earth, but yeah,
but it's
sure.
from another
from outside,
somewhere else. Well, I mean, life would have to exist. Why would we be the only ones?
I agree.
Humans think that we're, the shit, and we're not. There's got to be other life on other planets, galaxies, whatever. And it could be literally anything. It could be, it could be things we couldn't see. It could be, I don't know. But yeah, I definitely think there is life outside of this planet. I just don't know what it is.
Right. Oh, there you go. You found your applause.
I agree.
It's two different sides of being open-minded. I'm just a little more skeptical but open-minded, but I can't disagree with that.
So you think humans are the only living things in the
absolutely
entire
not.
universe?
Absolutely
Okay.
not.
All right.
But if I, without the proof, I just want to just show me what it is before
We've had this argument.
I think that there's more than just the human race. I definitely think that there's life from other planets, other galaxies that have.
Think about the fact that we can only see very narrow spectrum of light.
Right.
And we're very limited in what we can see in general. Like we can't see molecules and atoms, right?
Right.
Actually, more of what we see is the space in between things, right? So, so to think that there wouldn't be things outside of our realm, we can't even imagine. I mean, we can only see what we can measure, right? And if we don't have the tools to measure it, how can we find it?
True.
It's basically in the way that imagine the technology we have right now looking for life outside of our planet, even the telescopes that we've launched 30 years ago and 20 years ago that are still out there trying to find stuff. And what we have found, when I went to school, we had 8 planets. Like that's what they were teaching us.
I was a little upset when they got rid of Pluto.
But now it's like trillions.
Right.
And galaxies, billions. So just in my lifetime, what we have discovered is amazing, but still it's the same as you sitting in your kitchen and you're looking for life at your windowsill, because that's basically as far as we've traveled. And you have the whole galaxy still from that perspective. We have only searched right in front of our eyes to where we can only see. And, the grain of sand analogy where there's as many galaxies as there are grains of sand on Earth, and that, how do you even measure that?
Even more so, And
so,
I want to go on record. I agree with all of that. Like we don't know, and it's it's yet to be discovered. So that's why when I hear people claiming, "Oh, it's definitely here, and we definitely have proof of it," okay, show me. Don't tell me.
Well, that's what I was. So I know there's got to be more than just us,
right?
And they're probably far more advanced than we are as a race, human race, and whatever else they are. But like the videos that they have from like military aircrafts where they're like really grainy and they're just like little specks, and they're saying they're not moving in the normal fashion of a plane or a drone or whatever. Like I wish that they had like a clear photo of a spacecraft or just something that you could be like, that is what I'm looking at is a UFO,
Well,
an
you
actual
don't-
UFO,
you-
not just a little blip or some weird moving object that we're not sure of.
But what you are seeing is what they're unclassifying to allow us to see.
I know, like that's what I'm saying. I want them to like give it all to us. Like if you're admitting that they're out there, why can't you just show us for sure that see this is it? You don't have to give us all your details, and if you've researched, dissected, or like torn apart a spacecraft, if we actually have one in our possession as the government, but like,
But that's where you get
like a good image.
That's legitimately though where you get people who are like, look, I took a photo of what I saw and it came out as a bad photo. Like I did nothing. It's almost like they have something that blocks our capability of photographing.
Our
that
lack
well.
of technology compared to what they have.
Who knows? But either way, I think our government definitely has tons of classified documents.
And you think they don't want to cause a panic, and you think about the power of religion in this country. If UFOs were proven to be true, that would definitely topple a lot of the religious power that's going on here.
So and it's not just our government; it's every world government. It's China, it's Russia, it's every government agreeing that they don't want this information released. Which that is kind of something that boggles my mind a little bit, because you would think that maybe one government who has proof would come forward and be like, yeah, a lot have said that they exist, but none have been like, oh, here's the solid photo or here's the solid video. But there are tons of retired, and this is the thing, they're all retired because they won't be able to say this while they're employed. But there are a lot of retired government officials from other countries who have made the same type of statements. So
I can't wait to read them.
The information that Joe once released is what alien porn is like. That's what he says in the comments.
Yeah, alien porn's good.
Mm-hmm.
But you also got to realize that a lot of these aircraft that they're photographing are probably ours. And the reason
some of them might be.
And the reason I say that is because just recently, I mean, as far into like the early 90s, you heard about the B-1, stealth bomber, and the F-117, which is that total stealth fighter. Those were actually developed in the 70s.
Right.
And they were so classified, no one even knew about them.
Mm-hmm.
So if that was from the 70s, what do they have now? It's not like they stopped progressing aircraft. It's like they have shit now that you probably it would boggle your freaking mind. But where do they get that technology? Well, they might have reverse engineered something they found. I mean, the Nazis had a UFO type aircraft that they found that they didn't know how it was moving or functioning. And that was 45 when they found the thing.
Well, there's a lot of stories as to why Hitler and even the United States all rushed to the Antarctics at one point in time. And it was like there was something they were trying to discover up there. And that goes back to like the same, we claimed to have been on the moon. I won't even get into that argument. But we had the ability to try to go back to the moon for the last 40 years. And they basically said there was no reason, there's nothing there. Yada.
I have a thing.
And now within the last 3 years, everybody's rushing to get to the moon again. India went to the moon.
Right.
All these people want to go to a specific place on the moon.
Right.
And it's like, oh, okay, now we want to go back to the moon?
Right.
Are we going to land on the moon this time? No, we're not going to land. We're not going to walk on the moon. We're just going to put a craft on the moon.
Neil Armstrong actually said he was seeing these lights and everything as he was coming towards the moon.
Right.
And these like fireflies. He was calling them fireflies.
Mm-hmm.
And that's documented.
Simon plots.
Down.
So my thing is, it might sound like Pink Floyd, what's on the dark side of the moon?
Simon.
Because the moon doesn't actually rotate.
Right.
So it's like, to me, it's like, did they land there and encounter something?
Sure.
It could have been. I mean, I always thought the moon was, after I heard that, I always thought the moon was like some kind of
there's
observatory just watching the earth and see how we're developing.
Right.
I mean, when it comes to, and I wanted to touch back to what you were saying before about aliens. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous to think we're the only people here. I mean, there's so many galaxies. They all have the same proximity, planets next to their suns.
Mm-hmm.
Why not is there other life? And to me, it's like, have we been visited? Yeah. I think they look at us like we look at primates.
Oh, sure.
You know, they're like, oh, look, the primate can sign. And he can, they're like, oh, look, he can talk. And they're developing how to fly. Isn't that cute?
This guy's beheading this person. We don't want to, it's like they see us as probably the most evil primate race.
Oh, they kill each other.
Being.
Why do we want to be with them?
Exactly.
Well, who's to say that they didn't like put us here? And they're like,
well, I think
we're going to watch you evolve and see what you turn into.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of theories about that.
I tend to wonder that because we don't seem to live in concert with our environment like other animals do. We tend to destroy it.
Right.
But who doesn't love a concert, huh?
As long as it's
you do, I do, lots of people. But no, it's
as long as it's nuclear.
My favorite. Oh my god. My favorite episode of South Park is the one where they posit. It's like, oh, Earth is the newest reality show. We took Asians and black people and white people and we put them all on one planet. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, right.
And like that's, and it's this whole interstellar alien society watching us, like how we all interact with one another.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all possible. But then, go back to Star Trek 2. They have the Vulcans have the Prime Directive where they won't interfere with a society until it reaches a certain level of development, right? And if you don't ever reach it, they'll observe you, but they won't interact with you. And it's all forbidden by their law to interact with you.
God,
so,
I hope that's true.
Yeah, right.
I was always hoping I would live to see like a Star Trek era in my lifetime where we can put aside all this crap and actually become explorers.
Well,
and that's just me being a Star Trek
but
nerd. I'm just
so if you're a Star Trek nerd, then you'll know the people that aren't well versed. The whole universe of Star Trek is predicated on the fact that World War III happens. Mm-hmm. It nukes the entire planet. The survivors are what grow into that utopia.
Yeah, but I want to skip that part.
Well, yeah, don't we all?
I want to be on the Drinking with Drew show and then walk outside and say, by the way,
right.
Hit me up, Scott.
We can go to Mars in 5 seconds if you want to.
Unfortunately, humans are more reactive than proactive, so it's almost like it takes a ridiculous, destructive world scale event like that for people to realize, oh, maybe we did things wrong the first time around.
And there is historical context for that. I mean, the Black Plague wiped out like 66% of the entire population of that time, and then it was followed of Europe. Well, so yeah, not the entire world, excuse me. But after that followed the Renaissance, which was also just primarily Eurocentric,
Enlightenment, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
And who wasn't painting?
I'm sorry.
How do we? This is my question though. How do we get the pyramids? And then we don't have records of how they're built. Okay. We built a building downtown. We have records of it 100 years ago. Okay. We built something. We have records. We know how it was built. In the 1800s, they built something. They have records of it. They know how it was built. How did the records get lost on how the pyramids were built?
Well, I mean, for me, I just saw something interesting with Joe Rogan and Cat Williams, of all people, talking about that same thing about how the pyramids were built. And Cat Williams actually says they weren't built by slaves.
Oh,
yeah. And they were saying, they were talking about how it was a natural power source.
Right.
So if you actually look at the pyramids and the rocks it was made out of, I mean, all of them are symmetrical for something that's 80 tons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how the hell did they do that? I mean, it wasn't like, a slave was sitting there cutting that thing.
No.
An 80-ton rock with a saw.
Well, there's evidence that there were giants back then. And I'm thinking that could have something to do with it.
But they were saying
the Nephilim. Have you heard of that term?
Yeah.
Okay. So they were supposed to be like, I don't know, 50 feet high or something.
I just want to say that the people from Ancient Aliens, that TV show, were literally just over in Clearwater. And I'm like, do you want to go? And he's like, oh, I don't know. And he's literally quoting them right now. Like, talking about them.
I mean,
and the
I watch Ancient
and
Aliens
the
a lot. I watch Ancient Aliens a lot. I'm not going to lie.
Like, we literally named Georgie after the crazy haired guy.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
It's kind of true. He's named Giorgio. We got Georgie.
I'm not going to try and massacre his Greek ass name. It's like Papadopoulos or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't. I mean, you lost records on how you built the pyramids, but also there are pyramids all over the world. They're not just in Egypt. Yeah. So, I know those are the most popular ones and they align with Orion's belt and, all this stuff that is crazy. You can't do that there's no way they did not have knowledge of the stars and just how an aerial view per se, because the way things align with the pyramids and other pyramids around the globe, they line up with each other.
Right.
And that's not a mistake.
No.
You know, it's
And
just
to me, it was like also in Egypt is like, why were the pyramids put on sand? And then you have to really realize they weren't put on sand. You got to
It
realize
became
that
sand later.
It became sand later.
right. Well, that was another theory of mine, is that it could have been an ocean back then and they were actually built underwater, which could have given credence to the fact that in water things don't weigh as much. You have more ability to move things because they're not as heavy. That could have been.
Then once again, how was it done?
Right. Exactly. But I believe they were also a power source, and who knows what they have. And even as the pyramids as they stand now have not been 100% discovered.
Mm-hmm.
Like they haven't been able to go through and, figure it
But
all
with
out.
the aliens being underwater now,
Yeah. that
pyramids
makes
being
sense.
underwater, if they were why they were built in the first place, it makes sense if they were originally underwater.
Yeah.
The best works of science fiction extrapolate upon this, and then a lot of great ones, like if you've ever played Halo, not a lot of plot in the actual game, but they'll go behind the scenes and say, yeah, the human race was actually an intergalactic empire 100,000 years ago, and it fell victim to a great plague, and then the only way to survive was to isolate on one single planet, and then 100,000 years later, here we are. So there's tons of theories, like our own race could have been the UFOs we're talking about. There could be more advanced humans out there, and we could just be their, devolved descendants. Devo, the band Devo, they're all about devolution. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's all possible. It's all fun to think about. We call them thought experiments.
Well, they did just find a new town in South America.
Oh, for the Mayans?
Yeah, so it was completely covered by, trees and whatnot. But a college student was reviewing aerial scans or something like that, and they actually found them in the scans. Like, they weren't originally found. So I don't think they haven't been explored yet at all, because they just recently noticed that, these are pyramid type structures, and so that'll be interesting to see what they find when they get out there, because I'm sure they're going to go and explore and find what's been in there. But they probably, what is it, Machu Picchu? It's similar to that type of pyramid and town,
Wow.
where the Mayans would have lived. Yeah.
That would be the Incans.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Incans. Yes, thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, there was another one too, because I was talking to my buddy going to Taiwan with him, and he was like, "Oh, you need to go here." And it's like that same scan technology they're using now, they're trying to map the Earth. They found a whole city that they recently uncovered. It was the same thing. It just got covered up by the woods.
Right.
And then you could walk right by that thing and you know it was there. He's like, "Oh, you need to go there." And I'm like, "Were you there?" And he sent me pictures, and he's like, "Yep."
Oh yeah,
That's
put that
awesome.
to the
That's like-
camera.
Ooh,
Yeah, look at
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was just recently found.
Like, how does that not go
That's so
discovered?
crazy.
That's crazy.
that whole thing.
That's insane.
Wow.
It's-
and look at it. That's crazy.
Y'all remember that show?
Crazy.
I couldn't tell you the name of the show, but it was on one of those History Channel things. The premise was, what would happen to all of our modern architecture if humans just disappeared in one day? And it would take you through the years, like what structures would
I saw
last.
that.
And
It sure shit wouldn't be our architecture.
they actually concluded the Hoover Dam would last for 5 or 10,000 years before finally and it would be generating power for hundreds of years on its own without any kind of human
Wow.
interference, and then eventually it would just erode. And then they would talk about the arch in St. Louis, right? That would actually last for a couple thousand years because it's so architecturally sound.
Wow.
And then there's other things like so many other buildings, like skyscrapers, would not even last a century.
They wouldn't.
No.
And it was funny too. They mentioned the fact that the elevators would eventually, they'd be the first things to drop, and then the automatic brakes would kick in. But then as soon as the elevators slammed to the bottom of the floor, the whole structure of the skyscrapers would just give out and knock
Wow.
down.
It'd be like an implosion.
Yeah. So or
Like,
something.
what about steel?
Well, we all know jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams.
No.
So,
Yeah.
and we all know what we're talking about now. So.
Yeah.
So there's, I think I could be wrong on the seconds, but I want to say there was a 30-second on the audio of the moon landing. There's a 30-second area that the government made classified. And that's what you're talking about, Brad, is I think when Neil Armstrong was talking about specifics on things.
Yeah, he was calling them fireflies. He was seeing all these lights, and they were just kind of swarming around the capsule. And he's like, "What the heck is this?" And he there is like
there's audio of it, but there's also
audio.
Classified audio that they never released.
Yeah, and he was talking about that, and they eventually just took off and left him alone. But yeah,
and people with ham radios were listening to the broadcast on whatever UVH or whatever it's called. I don't know.
Yeah,
radio frequencies, and they switched to a different channel so they couldn't monitor them during
That's
that
crazy.
time.
UHF. I only know
UHF.
that the Weird Al movie is called UHF.
Sure.
That's right.
Sounds good.
It was 102.5 The Bone.
Spatula World for all your spatula needs.
Bring you moon landings and the Eagles.
So yeah, there's tons of theories on what's on the dark side of the moon. Like that's definitely something that people are into.
Yeah.
Will,
Roger Waters.
You say,
No.
Will, when you say, I want to hear about it, but do you try to find, like, have you ever spent like a day or a night like researching stuff and listening to podcasts or listening to people talk about it?
I have to put things in perspective into my own individual life, and that may sound a little small-minded, but there's a whole universe of things to discover within one string on my guitar. There's a whole universe of things to discover within like one aspect of anything that I'm doing. I just try and live my life, and if aliens are going to contribute to my life or interfere with my life, then it becomes my business. If we find out there's aliens, I'm sure I'll hear about it. I'm on the internet too. So,
dear aliens, you're listening to the Drinking with Drew show.
We come in
Please,
peace.
I want you to appear before Will at some point in the near future. Let's do it before the next show.
Hold on. So you would literally give up, like if this is your plea to what's out there.
and he's doing it
And
for me.
you wanna say,
thank you, Drew.
I want to see, like,
Well, I've already
you
seen
would
them.
give
I've
up.
already had my own experiences, so I'm good.
Hold on, let me amend that.
Okay.
And bring better beer than that chocolate
God,
shit.
don't bring that shit. Take that shit back.
Bring some alien beer that's really
right.
good.
Some Romulan
Area
ale.
of-
Look at
Makes
the
you
stuff,
trip balls
but
for
look
like
at the
6
stuff we
hours.
poison ourselves with. They probably think we have the worst diets ever. Like,
And,
they,
all right,
they smoke.
Let me
they drink
talk
what?
on that.
They
Let me
eat
talk on
what?
that. They are probably like breathing in LSD or like DMT, because people that do DMT, they say they see aliens and they talk with aliens.
What is DMT?
I couldn't even tell you what it is. It's a higher
It's an
psychedelic.
acid-based one.
Oh, okay.
No, it's beyond acid.
I know, but
Yeah, but it only
for
lasts-
Laura's understanding,
It's
basically an acid.
it's a psychedelic. Let's just put it that way.
Gotcha. Okay.
And people that smoke it, they all have the same experience. They say you end up talking to aliens, you go to a different plane of existence, and you come back with some kind of higher understanding. Now, me,
Well,
I've,
that's the shit I want to try.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No?
I've never done it personally, but the people I know who do it they end up being like space cadets, where you can't really have normal conversations.
I'm
with
on
them.
it right
Like
now.
one time we'll totally
Fucking
fuck
guy,
their mind
dude.
up.
It's the only
Yeah,
way I
here.
can handle this show.
Don't blame you.
I was
But
like,
yeah, I mean,
Jesus.
back in the mushroom days, mushrooms would open your eyes a little bit and make you think, like I said, I wrote a whole dissertation about life and what life is all about while I was tripping mushrooms. So, I mean, it does open your mind. I will say that. And then you got to think about the Indians back in the day and Egyptians. They were all doing weird shit.
Yeah, peyote.
Peyote, man.
Peace pipe. man.
Ayahuasca. Ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
do we not
don't
know
you-
that Aaron Rodgers is like a huge ayahuasca enthusiast now?
Nice.
He go there and
That's why
just
he's
like
3 and
vomit and they make you puke and all that crap.
Yeah.
Get the
Well, you're
toxins.
poisoning yourself, essentially.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Mhm.
Really?
Yes, you're poisoning yourself. You're bringing yourself to a point of death. But before you do ayahuasca, if you're doing it right, you're supposed to fast and not do any alcohol, or like for about a week or two beforehand. You're supposed to clean your body as much as possible. Otherwise, the effects are like much more deleterious to your system. So,
Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
Hmm.
Okay.
Now, I've never even studied what this is about. Is it like a smoke or is it a drink?
It's usually
Like, what
given
is
to you in a drink form.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't done it, but I know dozens of people who have. It started to become really big in New York City, where you could just go to any old white person and be like, I want to see God or whatever. But if you really want to do it right, you need to go to a shaman somewhere in South America, and they'll assign people to you to watch you, because they need to make sure that you didn't take too much or you're not going too deep into dark areas.
Hmm.
And
So is that like Natural Born Killers when they were sitting with the Indian dude?
It's been a while since I've seen that, but yeah.
That was peyote, but something similar to that.
It's similar, yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to be different for everyone, but they do tell you that when you go and sign up for it, they do tell you to fast, no drugs, no alcohol of any kind, no sex, nothing.
What?
Women shouldn't be on their period. I know. While they're doing it, it is basically you're basically poisoning yourself to get to.
We love to do that.
I mean, everybody poisons themselves anyways on a daily basis, so why not do it with some intention?
I mean, yeah, I've never done drugs at all, but I feel like that would be the one that I would want to do because they're talking about, you just have all of these moments of just clarity and enlightenment, and you can get past so much trauma almost that you've been sitting on for so long. And
but
sure,
I don't know.
But you have to be prepared for it to not to be a very pleasant experience.
Right.
While it's
No,
happening.
I understand. Right. I understand.
And you will have somebody watching you who understands the process and who.
Yeah.
It's going to fill your boobies while you're out.
Oh my God.
Hey, whatever. Get me through
Definitely. If you go to New York City,
trauma.
that might happen.
She already had her boobs felt up in New York City.
By little Jackie Chan
who
giving me a massage, little fucker.
Yeah, good for him. So yeah, Will, I hope you get visited by the alien that I just summoned for you.
Sweet. If you're able to talk to them and command them at this point, give me some lottery numbers, give me some tour riders.
They're not
Right.
selfish. They're not selfish like that, Will.
Bring
Okay.
good beer.
Right. We just want a good beer.
We have simple demands here.
And I don't think there's just one type of alien. I think there's many different types that have visited or are visiting.
Of course. There's the
Yeah.
Ferengi, there's the
The
Vulcan, Romulan.
There's the Goopy Gopper. Yeah. All
Jabba
right.
the Hutt. He was definitely around.
Pizza
Well,
the Hut.
Yeah, Pizza
Pizza
Hut.
Hut,
Sure.
Jabba the Hutt.
Lowenstein, his faithful companion. Puke.
Pizza the Hut.
So good.
I fucking love that movie, dude.
So good.
Oh my God.
So, no flying to or from Haiti.
Oh yeah, what's up with that? I did read something about
The
that.
gangs are shooting at the airplanes as they're
Jesus.
flying through the sky.
Whoa.
Yeah. So,
With slingshots?
with machine guns.
Yeah, Brad, come on, come on, man.
Yeah.
What, man? That was a genuine question I had. You're shitting on it? Whatever. I'll sit over here.
The United States Civil Aviation Regulator has grounded all flights to Haiti for a month after 3 jets from the U.S.-based airlines were struck by bullets while flying over Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince, amid escalating gang violence. So, yeah, this is a new story that came out today. And, they're I don't know if they just don't want our tourism over there. It's a very nice place to tour. Now, here's the thing. When they had shit go down over there, they had, I guess, a bunch of rescue people that had to go get rescued. So you had the ministries and all these, nonprofit groups over there working to get money and give them to the people over there. Now, I'm skeptical about that whole thing to begin with. I am all for helping people and having organizations that help people, but I think there's some money laundering going on there. So I won't get into that, but yeah. And probably some trafficking, human trafficking, child trafficking, things like that. But anywho, that's my assumption. And so, yeah, no, don't go to Port-au-Prince for a month.
Well, there was a plane that they were landing and they had to pull back and had to fly to the DR on the other side of the island to land because they were being shot at and they couldn't land safely.
Good
Right.
God.
It's crazy.
When I hear gang violence, especially because they've been ravaged over the past 20 years by natural disasters and stuff like that. So is the DR, to be fair. But you just imagine the level of poverty that's taking over that island, to the fact that the gangs are now taking over the airports too.
Mhm.
Good God.
Yeah.
I feel for anyone there that's trying to live a peaceful life.
Yep.
All right. So who drinks water? Everybody drinking water? I drank water out of the hose when I was a kid, but I didn't spend my day drinking water. The people that walk around with a gallon of water?
Yeah, not one.
Have you ever been one of those?
Well,
Yes.
I'm drinking
I
Bud
drink
Light,
a
so I'm drinking
I
water
do,
right now.
I do drink a lot of water
I
Okay.
drink a ton of water.
consciously.
A Harvard doctor has claimed that drinking a lot of water is not always safe and can lead to possibly a deadly condition. Dr. Surabhi Sethi, a gastroenterologist, has gone viral after multiple times whatever, that after he revealed his insight and knowledge surrounding the digestive system. In a recent clip, which he racked up over 319,000 views, stud, he's revealed the dangers of drinking excessive amounts of water. And he begins by saying, if you think drinking a lot of water is always safe, you might want to rethink again. The 42-year-old explains there is a condition called water intoxication, where excess water accumulates in the brain, which can be very dangerous. It goes on to say, after all these stupid ads, this occurs when you're on low electrolytes, particularly sodium. He says, basically, if you're going to drink a lot of water, mix it with salt.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes. It
Like
does.
salty water?
Yes. You
But
need
when-
electrolytes to actually absorb water into your system.
Right. But when you go to the ocean and you drink salt water,
Different
that's too
type
much.
of salt. There's all different types of salt.
Okay. I thought there was only one kind of salt.
No, there's so many different types of salt. I mean, you just have Na, which is sodium, but you have sodium chloride, sodium with potassium. There's all different types of salt. So you, so what your body wants in order to absorb water, it wants potassium. It wants some.
Now, are you
sodium
drinking
chloride.
water like after or during exercise, or just throughout the day?
It's pretty much, other than right now, it's pretty much the only thing I drink other than tea is mostly water.
No
I don't
coffee?
drink soda. I don't like coffee very much.
Yeah, I'm not a soda drinker. I'll go for dinner and I'll have a beer. I can't do sodas.
One of the better ways to get water too is through fruits and vegetables, which a lot of people don't eat. So, but fruits are a great way to hydrate, actually, better than drinking water, because then you've got all these different minerals in it that will help you absorb it and slowly through the system so it doesn't pass through you.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
He also says, don't drink sodas.
Well, that's just everyone should be listening to that, but
Yeah, soda's gross.
man, and I stopped drinking
Particularly
soda a
diet
while ago,
sodas.
but
Oh, yeah, they're
It's all
terrible.
gross.
aspartame is not a sugar substitute. Aspartame is way worse than sugar will ever be, and just stay away.
It says
Stay
the
away.
high phosphorus content in diet sodas can contribute to chronic kidney disease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any soda, because a lot of soda has phosphoric acid in it anyways. But
And
the diet
energy
sodas-
drinks too. Stay away
Yeah.
from that shit. Bad for you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Can I still eat? I think my guilty pleasure is steak.
Steak is good. Listen, red meat is not the
I
villain
know.
it's been made out to be.
I know, and I have people that swear by the red meat diet. I love it. I'm not arguing that, but it's just one of those things. I just had 18 inches of my intestines
12.
taken out. I don't know what it was. 12, 18.
You got a whole foot.
Yeah.
That's 12 inches.
Your
Yeah.
sigmoid
But
colon.
not one doctor told me I couldn't eat red meat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was more so, well, do it,
Sparingly.
sparingly, yeah, whatever. But there are
Moderation.
people who are like every day.
We need
breakfast, lunch,
a new
dinner.
segment. We need Christine's culinary advice, because Christine is like, she's helped me with my diet quite a bit, and I'm still learning, but she's the one to ask about all this stuff.
I'm a little bit of a nutrition nerd, but
I don't know. Okay.
a little bit, only for 20-something years.
So what's the best beer for me to be drinking?
Not that.
Do you not
that
remember
crap.
she spit the beer out? She didn't even want that in her system.
Ideally, beer that is not made with wheat from the United States or Canada, because it's been so hybridized and genetically screwed up.
But would you say beer is better for you than soda?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
I'm still winning there.
Get imported beers
Winning.
from Belgium or England.
Well, where's Aldi's from? Because Aldi has a beer.
Germany.
Germany.
They're pretty good. They have their beer there is pretty good.
Like Aldi's, the supermarket.
Yeah.
Wow.
They have
Yeah,
a beer
okay, Germany.
beer aisle there that has what's the beer I got? It was
It was like presidential or something. Like it was something
weird like that.
Yeah.
It's a good beer though. Okay. All right.
And just so you know, dogs can get water toxicity too.
Yes. Well, remember the lady we were driving in Tampa, and we were over by Bayshore where everybody jogs Bayshore, and we passed this lady puking on the side of the road. It was like she was in a parking road. She was in a parking lot,
boy.
and she's just vomiting.
You sure this wasn't Ebor?
No,
I've seen
it
that.
was-
No, this was like right off of Bayshore.
It was 9 a.m. on a Sunday morning. Like it
Oh,
was,
yeah.
wow.
And so she's in a
I
parking lot.
thought she was hungover.
But she's in running garb. She's just puking. And so we stop. I rolled my window down. I was like, are you okay? And she's like, "Ugh, I just drank too much water. I'm like, yeah, I mean, she probably was running and drank too much water. And now she's puking. But we probably pulled away and she died in the parking lot. We don't know.
Great.
Oh my God.
Never
No,
know.
I was talking about when we take Simon to the dog park. We were there once, and this guy had this young German Shepherd, and he said that his dog just will not stop drinking water to the point where he has to regulate his intake. And so he said that his dog got really sick, and he had to like rush him to the vet, and they said it's water toxicity. He's drinking too much. So he said that he's now monitoring him, and he's allowing him to drink as much water as he wants so he can see when he hits that level. Mm-hmm. I'm like, so you're letting your dog get sick just so you know, like, just freaking start regulating him. Like, there's charts online. You can literally Google how much water should my dog drink based on size, breed, all that stuff.
You should also
like,
change
why are you
his
going to make your
diet.
dog sick again?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You should change his diet. Like, he's definitely not getting enough whatever he needs in his system. That's why he's drinking so much. Like, we just found a new pet shop that
Is it run by boys?
Yeah. And tell you about some music in there,
I got
man.
it. I totally got it.
But no, I mean, all like healthy stuff. And she was like breaking down like when you should feed your dog fish, when you should feed them chicken and like meats and stuff like that, you know, during the course of the season, and like to help them with their coats and their you know, gastro health.
Right.
And I was like, all right, we changed Winston's food up.
Winston.
That dog. I mean, I never seen him eat food like that.
Yeah,
like,
you should definitely mix
kind
it
of
up.
picky. Yeah, now we mix it up.
Would you
He
want to
loves
eat
it.
dried up kibble every day?
No.
Well, and that's
Well, I
15
never
years.
did. I always gave him like soft food, and like I would change it up from like, you know, chicken, beef, or whatever. But she was actually breaking it down like when you
there's
should
a
feed 'em.
cycle. Yeah.
Yeah, like because during the winter months, even though we don't really have winter here, but like the chicken and like I forget how she put it. Something with the chicken and the fish.
The chicken and fish because of the omega-3s.
Yeah, and it's
for the
healthier
winter.
for their coats and stuff. And then in the summertime, you can lean it out. So I was like, all right. So we're trying it, and he loves it.
We just changed Simon's diet, so trying
It's
to
totally working.
No more
figure that
beer.
out.
He's humping a lot less. So whatever you did,
All right.
Yeah. No more beer.
I
for
didn't get
him.
one hump. That's good.
he tried. He definitely tried for a second there.
Well,
I
keep
told
coming
him
to
to
the
behave.
show.
I told him to behave. New guest arriving. All right, Will. How do you want to set this up?
Oh, you're
With-
talking about music?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I need you to filibuster, bring up a really hot topic, talk about it for like 5 minutes. I can grab a cable.
Are you playing the acoustic on a strap? Or are you gonna be standing up, or are you gonna be sitting down?
I can literally sit down and adjust this mic so it goes in front, and then we can just sing, and or Christine can sing into our mic. I think that would
Do
work.
you want to sit there and sing?
I can do that.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right.
Cool.
Go do that.
Well, all right. Dude, talk about something cool real quick.
Okay.
Drinking with Drew. We're so cool. Drinking with Drew.
Actually, Christine, promote our new shows.
Yeah. Where's the
Yeah,
shows at?
there you go.
Okay. Yeah, that won't take 5 minutes. But we'll be playing at the Hanu in Dunedin on November 22nd. That's a Friday. And
I love that place.
Yeah.
You ever go there?
No.
Oh, it's great. No, their
Yeah,
food
y'all
there is
come.
real. Yeah.
And hey, on December 7th, which is a Sunday, his birthday is the 12th. I'm trying to get like a whole bunch of people to come and like
Wait.
come to that show.
On the 12th?
Well, it's actually on the 7th. The show we're doing it at the 7th at the Hanu in Dunedin.
Hanu.
Is that
That's
Joe's?
It's a Sunday.
Party. That's Joe's party.
No, it's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
Oh, Joe's party's on a Saturday.
So
Okay, it's a
The
6th
sixth
then.
then. Okay.
yeah. So I'm trying to get
Is Joe still on there? Can you confirm?
I'm writing it
so
Okay.
everybody come and
at
celebrate
the Hanu?
Will's
You got
birthday
it.
at the Hanu. Yeah.
Yeah, I love dude,
Yeah.
that place is great. I've been there a bunch
So
of
I
times.
think we're there from 2 to 5, but we're gonna hang out afterwards anyways. And I was gonna get him a cake and stuff.
Okay.
My buddy got married out there
At the
in
chapel?
No, he didn't get married at the chapel. He got married at the gazebo
That's what,
Gazebo.
that's what I was
That's where
talking
Garby
about.
got
Yeah,
married.
Garby got married at the gazebo.
in Dunedin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we walked right over to the
The Hanu, yeah.
Oh, it's right there. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's the duo. So that's Will and I. Will plays guitar in the duo, and then the full band where he plays drums. We're going to be playing at the Benz in St. Pete, which is a pretty popular local venue. That'll be on January 18th. That's a Saturday night.
Okay.
It's a cool place. It's borderline a dive bar, but it's. I mean, I like dive bars. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
for sure.
But it's great.
Will, do you want to use that mic? I can camera you up with that mic, and you can stand up and play
Or if
there.
you want to sit there.
Okay. Well, fuck you too.
Thank you very much.
Why make work for yourself? You know. That's,
Right? Why do that?
Now that might be too close. We'll see.
All right, can you hear?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can hear it. What are we playing?
Our first song that we ever wrote.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, that's what I was thinking too. Worlds collide, I want to run and hide. Swallow your pride and build the world you want from inside. If I explode into parts unknown, your ship will crash and you'll find yourself alone. The river's running so high, the mountains crumble from the tide. The river's running so high. Star explodes, I'll find my way home. When you're dust in my eyes, you're warming as a faithful satellite. If I tell you my name, you might spin away. If I crash into your ocean, you're to blame. The sea is rising so high. The ice crumbles from my tide. The sea is getting so high, and we can build the world we want from inside. The sea is rising so high. The earth fractures from my side. The sea is getting so high, and we can make the world we want.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Badassery.
Thank you.
thank you.
Very
I'm the
good,
drummer
man.
for Must Not Kill.
That was cool, man. I was trying to do the levels, man, so hopefully this came out right.
We appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate that I also probably broke this mic stand here, so I hope that you don't hate me forever now.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
It'll
tighten up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure Christine already told you, but you can catch us all around. We're always booking new shows, and I am the drummer for the full version of the band. We have Eric on bass and Trey on guitar now. And so we just try and have fun with it. We do write our own stuff. We play a lot of 90s stuff too. We even do some songs you might not expect.
Yeah.
So come on out and check us out.
Okay.
And your Facebook page has all of your dates coming up, shows and everything?
And Instagram should have all of our schedule up. And we do have a YouTube page that will have that song on it, actually, in the full band version, as well as other delightful covers and stuff like that. So
awesome.
Very
Enough
cool.
from us, no kill.
What song is that?
Yeah, just kidding. I don't know how to play. Brad is such a good guitarist that I could never even approximate any of his riffs. He's just on another planet, man.
True. I am one of the aliens that came down and did the pyramids.
Well, very cool. You're welcome to do another one if you would like. It's up to you.
Oh man.
what would you like to do?
What would you like to do, Christine?
Cover, well,
Can we do covers? Are we going to get YouTube trouble?
yeah.
It's a big question.
We have
that
originals.
I don't. Yeah, do an
Do
original.
original.
Man. Do an original.
Tsunami?
Well, we might as well do what? Oh,
Oh, well,
What position
let's
do you
Watch
want to
You
do?
Bleed.
okay.
Shimmy in your seat. Do you know that one?
I know something that'll kill the pain. An angsty poem of a sad refrain. And none of these things will ever do. I need to expunge the venom of you. All these remnants you left behind makes me wanna crawl out of my mind. And just when I think you got forgotten, you were your way right out of the world. I can't help myself, I can't stop myself. I run into walls like it's going to hell. If you were dying, I would watch you bleed. I don't love it, but it's part of me. Oh, oh, when I'm dreaming and I see your face, I can grow wings and make my escape. But I'm a goddess and I'll rise again, and you can stay forever broken. I can't help myself, I can't stop myself. I run into walls like it's going to hell. Doesn't hurt anyone but me. I don't love it, but it's part of me. I can't help myself, I can't stop myself. People like you are my personal hell. I wanna claw you out and set you free. I don't love you, but you're part of me. I can't help myself, I can't stop myself. I run into walls like it's going to hell. If you were dying, I would watch you bleed. I don't love it, but it's part of me.
Nice.
So good.
Hey.
Very good. Very good.
Thank
Those
you.
lyrics, so good.
I had no
Awesome.
part in writing that song. That was
Oh
all
my
Christine.
gosh.
She taught me how to play every part of
Yeah,
that, and she wrote it all.
I
by
love the
herself.
range. I really love the range in your voice.
Yeah,
Thank
It's
you.
very
it's
good.
really good.
Thank you. So that song, the lyrics, that was actually the first song I wrote when I moved to Florida over 3 years ago, and it did reference a ex that had cheated on me. So
she's like, bingo, I knew it.
So if that ever becomes big, I can thank the S for that.
There you go. He was good for something.
Right?
He did what to me? Pen to paper.
I'm sure Laura's got
Taylor Swift made a whole career out of
Right.
it.
He's making someone a lot of fucking money already.
I know I'm not at liberty to share this story, but there was another story. I don't know if it was the same ex or a different ex. I don't know if you'd even be willing to share that story.
Okay,
but
yeah, I'll share that
if
story.
we're doing vindictive ex stories,
we're talking about that one. Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so I'll try to be as concise as possible. Yeah, so I had been seeing a guy off and on for a couple years. The off and ons are never good, right? So I decided he hadn't messaged me all day, which was a little weird. Usually if I say something, he would respond back. And so I was a little concerned, and I never do this, but I show up unannounced at his house. I never, ever do that. It's not just the thing I do, but I had a feeling I needed to do it. So I showed up, and there was a strange vehicle in his driveway, and I'm like, so strange. I don't know that vehicle. And I was like, oh, it's probably nothing. And then I saw the light flickering in his bedroom because there was no lights on. And I was like, oh, that's the TV. Oh, shit. So I knocked on his door, and I actually did catch him red-handed cheating. And, so I was pissed off, maybe not terribly surprised. Usually you're not if you have half a brain. Anyways, I was pissed off and all millions of things. I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? I can't burn his house down. I can't pull a Milton. So I decided that I would poop in his backyard.
You said it so nicely. So nicely.
I really knew there was something I loved about you, and now you just hit it around the head.
Yes.
That's perfect.
You can hang out anytime.
And the best thing is that I blocked him from contacting me in any way, shape, or form. I guess he had another number somewhere, and he texted me a picture of it, and he's like, oh, very nice. And I was like, so I just blocked that too. And then he tried to talk to listen, we're in our 40s. I'd like to be a little bit more mature than this, right? But he contacts everyone that we mutually know, trying to get him on his side, and they're like, dude, we can't side with you on this one.
Right.
I cheated on her, and she pooped in my backyard. Can you have my back on this?
Yeah, your shitty behavior led to a shitty backyard. Like
break.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Asked for it.
Well, I'll tell you, after all the other options, you did the least.
Right?
Burn his house down.
Right.
A lot of things went through
tires.
my head.
Yeah.
Sure, there's a few country songs about that.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's
That
definitely a
sucks.
song in the
I
making.
mean, I've been there with an ex too, walked in on,
Oh, gosh.
like a scene from Caligula. I mean, basically, I'm not even joking. It was like, what the heck? It's like 19 years old walking in on this. I was like, what the hell?
Ooh.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty. That's it. Have fun with that. See you later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, we're at 2 hours. I've made a decision that I'm trying to keep the shows no longer than 2 hours now.
Fine,
So,
whatever. Close it
Because
down.
the editing process
You can't go
and splitting the
home, but
shows.
You can't stay
Yeah, you guys can
here.
hang out.
You can totally stay here.
You
We
can
just
totally
can't
stay
record
here.
it.
I got you.
No.
After hearing about the pooping in the backyard,
know.
we're definitely hanging out.
Yeah, right? You can join Simon and poop in the backyard. If you want. Really. He's down with that.
I'm not angry enough.
Oh, okay.
Well, finish that wine.
Right.
Thank you for letting us perform. Are we the first performers on the Drinking with Drew show?
Well, besides the
Full
metal
song,
guitar.
yeah.
Wow.
Cool. Thank you.
Hey, we're happy to do it, man. We'll glad to
Hey,
come back.
I really liked that. It was really good.
That was awesome.
Thank
yeah.
you, Brad. Thank you.
It was good.
It was all Christine. I'm just here to help.
You're just here to stroke it? Strum it, I mean?
Oh. Hey, it's got
Really
12 strings,
squire.
man. It's pretty hard to do. So,
Yeah. Well, Christine, thank you for joining us, and you're
Hopefully
welcome
we'll
back,
see you back.
anytime.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He wants to drag you along, and you're welcome. So, Brad, anything you want to peace out with?
Must I Kill is still a band. I actually wrote I have about 8 songs. We're going to pick a good hot 6 and record those hopefully sometime soon. And if any headlining acts come through the Orpheum or somewhere else, I'm sure we'll be there. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye on all the media. And I'm sure we'll be posting something soon.
Sweet.
All right. Will James.
Hey guys, so I just re-upped a couple of different residencies. You can catch me at the Brass Tap in Lakeland every third Friday out to next December. You can catch me at Finn's Dockside Grill every fourth Friday from 4 to 9 with some kind of musical act. We're not sure what it's going to be yet. And I'm booking stuff left and right all the time, man. You can catch me, follow me on social media, William James Sound. Thank you all very much for promoting the music that we're doing here. Appreciate you guys.
All right. Lusty Laura.
Yes.
Anything you would like to say before we go?
See you next Tuesday.
Okay. All right, y'all. See you next Tuesday. Like all of our social media, subscribe, Facebook, Instagram. Yes, I'm now on TikTok, although I swore I'd never do it.
Are you on Blue Sky? Are you on Blue Sky?
No, I'm on Humble
okay.
Social.
Are you on
Humble?
OnlyFans?
I am on OnlyFans. I am
Only
on
as a
OnlyFans.
subscriber, not as an
No, I'm a
actual
photographer.
account.
I'm an OnlyFans photographer. Come on.
How many feet per day?
Like 10.
Conservative.
10 pairs or 10?
No, 10 feet.
Okay.
10 different.
Yeah, 10 different feet.
Couple
I'll
amputees
just
in there.
nod no only because I have no idea.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, subscribe. You didn't answer me. Are you on Humble Social? Get on Humble Social.
Are you talking to me?
I don't think anyone's on Humble except for you.
Let's
Go.
Humble.
I'm just
Download
on Humble
Humble.
in general. I'm just
Download
Humble.
at HUMBL Social. Download it. It's the next big thing.
Okay.
All right. We are out. We'll see you next week. My name's Drew, and I am done drinking.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys again, man. That was awesome.